for real people.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 880 AM. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Oh, yeah, Rule 76. What a treat. We're back here at another great day for the NFL. The Giants do it again. I guess you shouldn't even care. Like, they gave you some competitiveness, and then they just couldn't get over the hump in the end. A little punishment for Abdul that lasted 6 plays. We got a lot to do today. And I say good morning to the great Rick DiPietro. Hello, Rick. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, David. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You look great. I got to tell you look great. Every day I see you, I feel like you're losing another ounce.
Well, yep, I had a weigh-in yesterday. It was a delightful weigh-in. We're getting towards our goal because we can't eat until we get to Thanksgiving Day. I don't know why that's funny.
We can't eat?
Yeah.
That sounds like an enjoyable diet.
Yeah, well, we went to a lacrosse tournament on Saturday, Long Island, and as we're going out there, we stopped at the bagel store to get Alex something, some nourishment, as they would say. And Sherry says to me, "Do you want me to run in and get you something as well?" I was like, "Are you crazy? No, I don't want anything. You know what? I'm in the process of not eating, and now you're like, do you want a bagel with cream cheese? No, I don't want anything like that." So I didn't have. And then we went to Buffalo Wild Wings in between games to try to watch, and that's a very tough place to eat when you're really watching calories.
Yeah, it's not the easiest place.
No,
to try to be on a diet.
And the waitress, I was like, "So let me get this salad, but I don't want the barbecue sauce on." She's like, "What? Why?" I was like, "Because I don't want." I was like, "Do you have any like 2 or 3 items that are healthy on the menu?" And she looks at me, she's like, "No." She's like, "Why did you come here?" I was like, "Because you have the games. That's why I want to watch the games."
I'd like some lettuce and some vinegar, please.
Yeah, I got I got a salad with a little grilled chicken and some vinaigrette.
Listen, when you set your mind to something,
that's right.
You're gonna get it done.
That's right. So very bad. I thought some very bad quarterback play yesterday around the NFL.
I didn't think it was great. No, it was not
very
great.
Bad.
Well, listen, I mean, as far as your team's concerned, I didn't think your quarterback play was bad.
Listen, for a backup quarterback, I think that he's more than serviceable.
It actually made me question numerous times why the hell Russell Wilson was still your backup quarterback and Jameis Winston wasn't.
Oh, yes. It made me question It made me question that in a big way because clearly he's better. Clearly he's better. And it also made me think about other teams. Like, how do the Jets go into battle with Justin Fields every week when there's guys like Jameis Winston who are at least capable floating around the NFL?
Well, I mean, didn't we have this conversation once? Once they did get Jackson Dart, and we watched Jackson Dart play in the preseason, and you already had Russell Wilson. It was like, okay, so why exactly, if you're one of these teams that doesn't have a good quarterback, and there's plenty of teams that don't have good quarterbacks, my team included in that list, wouldn't you pick up the phone and try to get Jameis Winston? And we asked for that a couple different times, and he's like, no, they're not trading Jameis Winston.
Right, I understand why they weren't trading Jameis Winston. What I don't understand is why, having seen Russell Wilson, the thought was, let's go with him during the season. He's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Russell Wilson had the one good game. I get it. In order to get Russell Wilson here, they had made it pretty clear that he was going to be the starting quarterback, right? There was no question. And then we'd see how long it would take for Jackson Dart to get on the field. Ends up happening after 3 weeks because just Russell Wilson's not that good, and Jackson Dart had already, gotten himself to a point where they feel comfortable putting him out there, and they were right. On top of the fact that the Jameis Winston thing doesn't make any sense to us, I also don't understand how now, after watching the defense yet again, right? I mean, not being able to make a stop. You've had how many opportunities this season against good teams? I get they're good teams. But your defense is supposed to be the strength of your team. Get a stop. Win a football game. That now all of a sudden with Brian Dable gone, now Kafka, the interim coach, now we're going to look at everything. Now we're going to assess everything.
Yeah, everything. I mean, it's great. And you can see what this team is. They're just not going to win these games.
No.
They're just not going to. And I heard it's another fourth quarter collapse. That was not a fourth quarter collapse.
Well, no, it's not a collapse. I think the frustrating part is that at the very least, you would have felt like you felt like if we are going to win these games, it's going to be because of our defense. It's not going to be because, we didn't think it was going to be because of the offense because it's going to be a rookie quarterback. I mean, you were hoping for flashes, right? Just flashes. Give me flashes. It's been more than flashes. And then even with Jameis Winston yesterday, look at another first drive, right down the field. That's the first time the Packers have allowed that all season long, that
Right,
defense.
correct.
Right. So it's like it hasn't been the offense. And when you look at this version of the offense, your best wide receiver yesterday was Isaiah Hodgins,
Who you just signed this week.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like the offense is making the best of what they got and doing for the most part, a pretty damn good job. Outside
They ran the ball. I mean, the Packers' defense is good. That's the one thing. You look at the Packers, and you're like, Jordan Love, I don't know. Their wide receivers drop balls all over the place. Their kicking game is clearly not great. But the one thing they do their defense against the Eagles on, was it Monday night, Sunday night, whenever that was, they played really well, really well.
Yeah, so I think that would be, for me, if I was a Giants fan, the most frustrating part of this is clearly if the offense wasn't working or doing a decent job, you'd be like, well, it's got no talent on it, right? Malik Neighbors is out, Scadaboo's out. I mean, you just brought in Isaiah Hodgins. He's your best receiver. We're trying to use Jalen Hyatt. He quits on a corner route. Ball gets intercepted. They don't have enough on the offensive side of the ball. They spent the money on the defense, right? They bring in Holland. They bring in Adebo. You draft Abdul Carter. You got Brian Burns, right? You got all these names on defense, and it's been, in these losses, it's been the defense.
Right. This is actually the fifth. I think I saw this, the fifth consecutive game they've scored 20 points or more.
Right.
And they've lost all of them.
Yeah, and they've lost all of them. So I don't I wouldn't know how to feel about it because at the end of the day, you're going to have a new coach. I don't think it's going to be Kafka, but he'll come in and they'll decide, what pieces they need, what pieces that they don't. But do you really want to win now anyway? Unless you want Kafka to be your head coach, you'd be disappointed that you lost. But in the grand scheme of things, you found your quarterback. Now, the higher the draft pick, the better, because now you have the flexibility to do what you want.
Well, how many people are desperate for Kafka to be the quarterback? The coach.
I think there's probably some people that think that they'd like the continuity. If we couldn't have it with Dable, it would be nice to have with Kafka. And Kafka has been close to getting has been close in a couple of these cycles of getting a head coaching job.
No, I think he might be an upgrade over Dable, but I think that there's a listen, I would guess, I don't know. I would guess most people want to rip the Band-Aid off and start fresh.
Right, but I'm saying that there are people out there that I think wouldn't be upset if Mike Kafka was the coach because they believe what was happening with Jackson Dart was working. So why would you want to mess with that at all?
So you hear that? You see that they had a big conversation with Dart this week?
Oh yeah.
Sat him down, full conversation. You can't do this anymore. You've got to be better. You've got to be smarter. We'll see if that takes when he comes back.
Well, that's amazing though. Now that we've Brian Dable is gone, now we're going to make sure that we pile it all on Brian Dable.
Right.
All this was Brian
now we're going to
Dable's
hold
fault.
guys accountable because that was Brian Dable. Yeah, and you really teach him a lesson by sitting the guy for 6 plays too, right?
Probably not.
Six plays. That'll teach him. And after the 6 plays, do you know how many plays he played the rest of the game?
All of them.
Every single one.
Yeah, all of them. Well, Thibodeau didn't play, so they kind of needed him.
Well, I understand, but it's like, you're gonna be punished. That's not really much of a punishment, is it?
Well, but see, that's the hardest thing, right? Is you want to hold guys accountable, but if you're in a situation like Kafka's in a situation now where he's also fighting for a job, right? Brian Dable's fighting to keep his job. Kafka's fighting to get the job. Is that as a coach, you're in a weird spot. I don't want to sacrifice the win to hold this guy accountable. I'd like to because in a perfect world,
I get it.
You know what I mean? Sit him out a half. Sit him out the game.
Right.
If we lose,
quarter.
we lose.
I totally get it. But now if I do that, who am I hurting? I'm hurting him, and I'm also probably more so hurting me.
Right. That's the problem. Is I'm hurting me. I'm hurting the team because all those guys want to win. So it's not great. The same thing happened to Tom Coughlin with Odell.
Right. Man,
right?
Very similar. You can't, a guy that acts like that, you want to punish him, but you punish him, now you're fighting for your job. It doesn't add up.
Right. So, there were positives yesterday. Tyrone Tracy ran the ball really well.
They ran the ball really well. Singletary, Tracy, both of them.
Yeah, offensive line played well. So, again, the whole Jackson Dart conversation, I don't know how you feel about it. They showed some numbers yesterday before the game. How many design runs? Jackson Dart leads the league in design runs for quarterback, 31. Fields, 30. Jalen Hurts 29. This was before the Eagles game yesterday. Herbert's been hit the most, Dart the second most, Fields the third most. I said it was 5 design runs against the Bears. Right? This is like Gruden was yelling at Jackson Dart about it before the draft.
Right.
Right? This is how we played at Ole Miss. I'm sure that Lane Kiffin had these exact same conversations with. Lane Kiffin doesn't want Jackson Dart hurt.
Of course not. And you've heard him say, like, that's not the way I played. The thing that upsets me is not, like, the play he got hurt on. It's upsetting because the end result was upsetting.
Well, but it's again for that camp though. That's a design run,
right. The ones that, but you're trying to close out a game. Like I can almost live with those. The ones that drive me crazy are down by 17, 5 minutes to go, when you think to yourself, why is he even really in the game? But you know what? We'll play him. And now you're running like designed quarterback sweeps. Like that to me is crazy.
Well, I don't even know if it was those ones. Like, I think listening to the whole Gruden stuff, I don't even think it was those necessarily. I think John Gruden, I think whoever you hire as the next head coach is probably going to be, or you hope is going to be smart enough to recognize, like, this is what makes Jackson Dart Jackson Dart.
Correct.
Right. So, I mean, 5 design runs in a game shouldn't, like, to help, our offense, to help, us get the best out of Jackson Dart. I shouldn't be deterred from calling design runs for my quarterback because that's one of his strengths. I just need to trust that when I do make these calls that he's not, using himself as a human spear or trying to run over Zach Bond.
Right. Because he has this mentality of plus 2, which he mentioned, which John Gruden's like the what?
Yeah, what
he's
the hell is
plus
that?
2. He's like, what's the plus 2? He's like, well, you fall forward for 2 yards. Well, that's done.
That's done. That's dumb. Yeah, we
Stupid.
don't like that. Well, but again, so, I mean, this is clearly, like, he knows. Like, this is definitely a conversation that he's had. Right? I'm sure he had it at Ole Miss. I got to believe that Brian Dable, like, when he saw what Jackson Dart was compared to what he had trying to fight for his job, would say, hey, Jackson, can you do me a favor? Like, I want to keep using you the way that we're using you, but I can't get you hurt. Like, I can't have you hurt. Like, you taking on defenders for no reason instead of getting out of bounds just makes no sense for any of us. We know you're tough. I don't think a coach, to the point that we fought about it, I don't care what the coach tells you because he's not going to bench you, right? Like, you're not going to lose. Like, outside of you getting hurt, you're not going to get benched.
No, he's not going to be benched. But your concern is he's going to get hurt, and here we are.
Right. So hopefully this was the wake-up call. It's because it feels like every person, anyone, I don't care what the position is, when, like, they'll do a podcast or whatever it is, they'll say, hey, what's your welcome to the NFL moment? And a lot of the time it revolves around getting, taking a huge hit from someone. And the guy's like, well, that's when I realized that this wasn't college football anymore. This was the NFL, and these are grown men. So hopefully that concussion was like his, hey, listen, how you played in college can't be the same as you're going to play in the NFL because these guys are bigger, stronger, faster, and they're out to hurt you. Like, they're not.
Yeah. Well,
but they're not dumb.
Their goal is to take you out of the game. Yes.
Right, but they're not dumb. Like, if I get a chance to light you up to get you out of the game. I mean, now it didn't work for the Giants because Malik Willis came in and started running the read option. You had no answer for it. But, I mean, I'm sure, like, if you're Burns or one of these guys and you see Jordan Love go to the locker room, you're like, good. He's out. Now we got Malik Willis.
Of course. In fact, wanting to lose these games, Jordan Love went out. I was like, oh, man. Great.
Until Malik Willis is moving the ball.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The defense is bad. Anybody's going to move the football. The Giants are bad. 2-9 again.
All right, what you just said. Listen to what you just said, though. And then that's true. That was something that you addressed. You used the 3rd overall pick. You have a 5th overall pick. You made a big trade for Burns. You got Dexter Lawrence. You went out and brought in Debo and Holland. The amount of money and draft picks you spent on the defense.
Right. Okereke is a high-priced free agent.
Right. Who's responsible for that? Joe Schoen.
Joe Schoen, yeah.
So you can't tell me it's all Shane Bowen. Like, some of this has to be on Joe Schoen also.
Shane Bowen. It's all of them. It's all that, and that's why I and so many people have been so upset that you're going to allow Joe Schoen to be the guy to move forward. But I heard a lot over the weekend. I spoke to a couple of different people. This whole idea that Joe Schoen is just safe, and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true. So it's going to be, he's going to run point. What's going to happen is he's going to do the due diligence.
Yep.
He's going to hand the contingents. All right, here's a folder on you pick the code. Here's a folder on him and a folder on him and a folder on him. And then they will determine who they want based off of his information. And he is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
Wouldn't you be better? And now you answer the question for me. Guys, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure yet if it worked for us. Wouldn't you want someone like from the outside to come in and kind of take a look at all of it? Like, if you're not convinced that Joe Schoen is coming back and you don't think he did a very good job, wouldn't you want someone else to come in?
I don't disagree with that at all.
And maybe take you through the process?
But who? Like, who do you trust on the outside that's going to come in? Like, you want Mike Tenenbaum to lead that charge?
No, but I mean something like that.
Yeah, but if that's not the way you do business and you don't trust anybody, then I think you're right. Like, I'm not opposed to that even a little bit. But if you don't trust any of these people, they're not people that you really know. You're just going to hire someone to. But
how much do you trust Joe Schoen right now at this point? So okay, unless there's two ways. There's two ways I would look at this. If this is as simple as Joe Schoen is going to do the due diligence by putting together a bunch of resumes to present to ownership, and they get to go through the resumes, see who they like, and then they bring them in for interviews.
Right,
is a lot different than Joe Schoen goes through the interviews and then decides these are the 3 or 4. These are the guys I like.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It'll be the former. My understanding is here's the folder on, and I heard a couple things. I heard it's not going to be a college coach. I think Glazer even said that yesterday. Not going to be a college coach, and also Belichick, take that out of your mind. Yeah. Apparently, relations between the Giants and Belichick right now are not very good at all.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw Gary. I think it was Gary that wrote that.
So this pipe dream that it's going to be Bill, and then he comes out with this fakakta, as you like to say. Any NFL team that's interested in me. Here's the thing: no NFL team is interested in you.
That's the problem.
Because the only one you thought might be interested was the Giants. Apparently, the Giants aren't interested. So you sent this missive, which was smart from his part, right? To let Carolina kids know, like, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, and all the new kids come here because I'm going to be here. But nobody wants him. Nobody's looking for. If someone wanted him, he'd be in the NFL right now.
Well, I mean, I think in a private moment, I'm sure that the Atlanta Falcons are probably overly thrilled that they didn't make the decision.
Is there any more team that's more difficult to figure out than the Panthers?
I think I can give you a couple teams that have a hard time.
I mean, Bryce Young, he's awful. I said to you last week, do you want him? No. Yesterday, he's unbelievable.
Well, Atlanta's one of those, but Atlanta's
another one of those teams.
Atlanta stinks.
Like, they smash Buffalo, and then they lose to whoever, and I can't figure it out, man.
I think Kirk Cousins is probably done.
Well, he's done. He's terrible.
Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy stinks.
He stinks.
Yeah, I mean,
stinks.
And then
I got an email from somebody yesterday. Can you make mention of how good Caleb Williams is because you crushed him last week? He was terrible. Actually, there was a headline I saw yesterday. It was Caleb Williams has another stinker, but Bears still win. Caleb Williams is not good yesterday. And said led them into field goal range. They had a kick that brought them to the other 40, and they ran down to the 30.
Yeah, I don't think he completed a pass in that drive. No, it's
so
just that J.J. McCarthy was worse.
So what did he do?
Oh, he was just better. He was a little bit better than J.J. McCarthy.
I will give you that. He was a little better than J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy is not good.
J.J. McCarthy is not good. And what do you do now?
Yeah, that's a great question.
You can't move on at the end of this year. There's no way you can have him play for 10 games, whatever happens to be, and be like, we're done with him. So you're going to have him next season. And Sam Darnold in a big game, he's allergic to those. He can't play in those. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was brutally, and they still almost won. That's how talented they are.
Yeah, well, I mean, that defense. I was saying that to my father when we were watching this thing. Like, after that many turnovers and the fact that the Rams, who have a really good offense also, weren't able to do anything. I mean, they ended up doing enough, but still. Yeah, I mean, dude, and then look at the I made the mistake, too, of looking at next week's games.
Uh-oh.
Getting a jump start on next week's games. There's some awful games next week.
Really?
Next week may be the worst slate of games yet. They're bad.
Go ahead.
No, you tell me what you think.
I wasn't going to tell you about the game. I was going to tell you about an issue I had, but let me quickly glance ahead to next week. All right, Bills Texans Thursday. That's not a terrible game.
No, it's
Steelers
fine.
Bears record wise is a decent game, an important game certainly. Bears are the number one team in the NFC North right now, and you know who's out of the postseason in the NFC right now?
Out of the postseason in the NFC right now. No.
The sexy
Detroit Lions?
Yeah, they're on the outside looking in. Now they'll get right this week against the Giants, but yeah, they're on the outside looking in.
Glazer.
Patriots, Bengals, no.
You're probably
Giants,
gonna have a
Lions,
Mason.
no.
You're probably gonna have a Mason Rudolph game though with Pittsburgh.
But you make it sound like Mason Rudolph is a massive drop off. Like he was as good as Rodgers was yesterday.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's okay. Now we're going Mason Rudolph as the starting quarterback.
But still an important game.
It's an important game, yeah. And then you got Colts. Listen, you got Colts Chiefs is a good game. Then
I mean, Chiefs are they're holding on.
I mean, we got the Patriots, Bengals, Seahawks, Titans, Jaguars, Cardinals.
You know what you
Browns,
have a lot
Raiders.
next week? You have a lot of almost elimination games the other way. Like if you want Mendoza and you're fighting for this number one pick, you better lose this game. Like the Browns, Raiders, we can offer you.
Falcons, Saints.
Yeah, Falcons, Saints, right. There's some brutal games. And how about the Rams? They win. They go to what, 8-2 or 9-2, whatever their record happens to be.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, whose pick do they hold? The Falcons, who are 3-7.
Yes, I know. I like those jerseys too. I like the Rams jerseys.
Yeah, I was
Nice
fine
look.
with them.
Oh, black. I like it.
Yeah, I was fine with them. So how about this? Somehow, all of my TVs, location-wise, got linked up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is where Ben is in college.
Oh no.
So it got confused, and it kept thinking that all of the TVs were in another location, and it was giving me the because the Bills and Bucks was on CBS.
Yeah.
But it identified as if it wasn't on CBS, so I couldn't get that. It was, and then it kept thinking I was using too many devices, so I'd put one game on and it would fall. So I started screaming, and Sherry comes running. She's going, "What's the matter? What's wrong?" I said, "Major problems." Yeah. And they thought they think this is hysterical.
Well, did Ben sign into the YouTube at school?
At some point he had, but he was at the gym yesterday. So I called him in a panic. I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing with all the TVs?" He's like, I'm in the gym. I'm not doing anything." I was like, "Your roommate, what's he doing? Get him on the phone." So he calls his roommate. His roommate's like, "No, I'm signed in under my YouTube TV." I was like, "Let me talk to him." He's like, "No, Dad, I'm going to let you talk to him." I was like, "You're crazy." So he promised. He sends me a screenshot of how they have it set up. This kid's running point on it. It's not our account, but every TV. So now I have to go into like Sherry's like, go into, because she's so smart with everything. She does all this research. She's like, if you go into where you're located, switch it back to our zip code and away from that. But now you have to go into each TV individually and do that. And then as you, it was terrible. I'm screaming. They thought it was hysterical. Screaming.
I'm sure a lot of people that are listening right now that have one single TV as opposed to your 7 TVs feel awful for you.
Well, that's not the point. All right, the point is,
Hey, lap of luxury.
I'm not looking for much, like out of life in general.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for fancy. I'm not looking for anything complicated. All I want is on football Sundays to have the game set up the way that I want them set up. That's it. That's all I want. And to have that ripped away from me was jarring.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I mean, you're complaining that you get too many TVs that you have to go into and change. And you called on a Sunday, the day of relaxation at NFL football, and yelled at an 18-year-old freshman. That's not even your son.
No, I didn't yell at him. I yelled around him. But I wanted to yell at him and ask him what the hell's going on. And then I was like, "This is Ben." And I said, "Sherry, why did you give him the YouTube password? He shouldn't have that password." She's like, "I don't think I did." And then her thing was, "I think when we were there at some point, you must have watched YouTube TV." I was like, "No, I don't even know how to log in. I did not watch YouTube TV. Ever right. There."
Did you figure it out, though?
Great.
Did you figure it out?
Eventually,
right,
but it
good.
felt like too little too late.
You missed too much time.
I missed too much. So when we go around the league, and I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't see that. How would I know?
I didn't. I missed 3 plays.
That shut off. I don't know. Like, if you want to really break down the Bengals and the Steelers in the first half, you'll have to do it by yourself because I didn't really get to see a lot of that game.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to your calls on the Giants. I mean, it's just another – I mean, you're 2-9 again. You're 2-9 again. And I got so angry watching the Eagles last night because they're out winning again and going to 9-2, and their stupid fans are booing them. You want to boo a team? I'm 2-9 again, you jackasses. 1-800-919-3776. The Giants, we start with them. We'll get to a little Knicks today as well. A lot to do around the NFL. 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about. And to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So you were mentioning, Rick, about all these games next week, and you got some enormous spreads too.
Yeah, some bad games, man.
Well, I get it, but look at some of these. You got Giants are getting 11.5 points.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are giving the Titans 13 points. You got the Ravens are giving the Jets 14 points. I don't remember. These are enormous spreads of this magnitude. This many of them?
There's a lot of bad teams, man.
A lot of bad, which goes back to the question of how can our teams, with so many bad teams and so much mediocrity around the league and so much poor quarterback play, how can these two teams that we root for in New York, both of them, every single season, be so atrocious?
Well, I think for me, it comes down to we just haven't had a quarterback is probably at the top of that list, right?
Yeah.
And then when we finally did feel like we have a quarterback, he blew out his Achilles, and then we won 5 games somehow the following season. How are we still the idea that he hurt himself 4 plays into season 1, and we won 7 games with Zach Wilson, and then turn around and win 5 the next year still is amazing to me.
The worst quarterback I saw of the day, and I'm not going to say he's awful forever and will never be decent. The worst quarterback I saw of the day. Did you watch Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, I watched Shedeur Sanders, but I also watched Dylan Gabriel. I got to tell you, I don't think it's a great situation just in general, but Dylan Gabriel stinks.
He's terrible, but Shedeur looked, and I'm sure it'll get better. I hope it'll get better for him. That was he's 4 of 16.
Yeah, I know. I watched it. I mean, there was a lot of like, hey, look up, and then all I see is Ravens in his face, and he's scrambling around in that game.
He holds on to the ball. He'll get better. I imagine he'll get better.
Oh, he's trying to make a play. He hasn't had an opportunity to play. We'll see what it looks like now as we move forward. I'd be more concerned if I was a Giants fan about what's happening with Stefanski.
Oh, yeah. I think that. I mean, Tomlin, Stefanski, Harbaugh, all of them, because the Ravens don't look so good either.
No, they don't look so good, but it still feels like they're going to win the division.
Yeah, they might. How about that division we thought was going to be pretty good? How bad it is, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, how much do you expect from Mason Rudolph? I know we're sitting there. You quarterback play stinks, and then you're trying to tell me Mason Rudolph's good.
No, I'm not. I never said he's good. I just said he was as good as Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Wasn't a drop off from Rodgers to Rudolph. Rodgers was terrible yesterday too. Add him to the laundry list of awful quarterbacks yesterday.
Yeah, I just don't know if Pittsburgh's offense is good enough. So I just don't. I think that Baltimore's probably.
And then Warren got hurt also.
Yeah, right. But I mean, that would have been one of the teams I looked at. I mean, with all the moves that they made, that would have tried to upgrade their offense at the deadline. I mean, it's DK Metcalf, and then what?
Yeah, not a lot.
A couple tight ends. It's just not. I mean, I just not good enough.
And by the way, all these big spreads make me think of something. Maybe you can.
Yeah, probably FanDuel.
Yeah,
I got you.
Maybe you could chime in with that.
Well, here's the beauty of this. You got the FanDuel Sportsbook app as your home for all your favorite NFL bets. You can yards to touchdowns to who will win. With FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Tonight, FanDuel's giving all customers, wait for it, a 30% profit boost token. Yeah, that's right. You get in the action with a 30% profit boost token this Monday night, so make FanDuel your go-to app for any snap. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to bet on the game. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Very, very well done. Just to kind of make this point a little bit more, you would say the Browns quarterbacks over the last 16 years, it's been bad, right?
Yeah, I saw that. It's the worst since 2009.
Yeah. So Shedeur was 4 of 16 on a minimum of 15 attempts. The worst quarterback percentage for this team, the Browns, since 2009.
Yeah, you know what the surprising thing for me with him is that he made the decision to go, I guess not to go to Cleveland, but not go to Baltimore. I mean, I understand in Baltimore he's not going to play, but if you're in a stable organization that's developed Lamar Jackson, and you got to stay there and not play for 2 years, but you show enough during the preseason where it's like, wow, maybe we were wrong about Shedeur Sanders. Is that better than going to Cleveland, a team where the head coach clearly doesn't want you?
Right.
Don't play. Then finally, when you do play, it doesn't look very good.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't know. I just think that that's probably a bad decision because nobody really goes to Cleveland and has success. Although maybe you look and say Stefanski, I can succeed with him. He's a good quarterback coach.
Well, but that's if Stefanski wants you.
Well, he didn't want you. Yeah, he wants no part of you. None. Which I feel similar. I don't know how you feel about Robin. Do you want Robin? Do you not want Robin? Have we mended these fences? Where are we?
I think we need to continue mending fences.
All right, let's keep mending. Robin and Dobbs Ferry. Hi, Robin. How are you? Did you enjoy the Giants yesterday?
We were there. I'm ambivalent. Look, we got the full Jameis Winston experience. Exciting, scary all at once. Nothing we didn't expect. The dropped interception society played well enough to win. Not mistake-free, but solid, which is what you want from your QB2. You have to continue to give credit to the offensive line. They continue to play better. They had their best run blocking game of the year statistically, but unfortunately the defense, they didn't play well enough. And the consistent theme around the Giants, guys, is their inconsistency, their lack of talent and depth in the secondary. That's been glaring since Debo was injured in the Broncos game. I'm sure you guys may have heard it. There's already rumors that Bowen will get fired this week, and that could happen. But I think anyone who thinks Shane has put together enough talent that he should keep his job is kidding themselves. He has made so many bad decisions, and it shows every week at every level. And for God's sakes, can we please get a new punter? I mean, good grief. He's awful.
He has great hair, though.
Anyway, I know. Anyway,
luscious locks. I mean, beautiful hair, Robin. Right?
Yes, for sure. Hey, did you guys, I don't know if you caught any of the after conversations, the post-game with the Giants, but I thought it was very interesting. They were asking the players what they thought about Kafka. I thought he called a good game for what it's worth, but they were, Brian Burns was asked what he thought about him, and he said even-keeled. I mean, they were all saying comments like, calm demeanor. I mean, if anything, makes
Brian
you show
Dable
that,
was a loose cannon, Robin. And thanks for the phone call. And, Rick, very well done by you by keeping quiet and allowing her to speak. It's nice today. But, I mean, Brian Dable was, and it was embarrassing at times. He was a loose cannon. I don't think a lot of people loved that whole aspect of what he brought to the table and his craziness on the sideline during games.
Well, not when you're losing. Not when you're losing, right?
But you can do anything when you're winning.
Right, but it's not even that. When you have a coach like Brian Dable that has the personality where he's fiery and he'll snap and he'll hold his coaches accountable. Like, as a player, if you're winning, awesome, right? Like, you want a coach that's is equally as fired up as you are. He's not afraid to hold his coaches accountable. But when you're losing and it feels like like there's no real direction, then you're going to crave the opposite of that. Right? Like, Brian Dable, he's a loose cannon, and all of a sudden we got Kafka, who's more even keel. It's like, oh, maybe this will work. This feels better. Until it's not, and you continue to lose, and you're 2-11.
Right.
It's like
it may feel better, but you're getting the same result because your team is just not good enough. Which to me is a real indictment on the general manager, who somehow is still here.
Right. See, the other thing with this thing too is, and the more this goes on, the less I feel bad for Brian Dable, is that if all of a sudden now Shane Bowen gets fired, and the only reason why he didn't get fired is because Brian Dable didn't want to fire another coach, and for whatever reason kept Russell Wilson as his backup, and that was his choice, then he deserves to be fired. Right? Like, that still makes no sense to me.
No, and it never will. Russell Wilson, even if you brought him here and you thought, okay, he's going to be the starter, how long would it have taken you to realize, even in camp and practices and anything, he's just not good anymore?
Yeah, right. But the Shane Bowen part of this too is, Brian Dable, outside of getting Jackson Dart hurt, was being held responsible for late game defensive collapses. And yet we keep Shane Bowen, and now all of a sudden, Kafka after one game is like, no, we're gonna have to look at everything. And then Shane Bowen gets fired. If I was fighting for my job, guess who's fired? Shane Bowen, you're out. You stink.
But like Renan said last week, he doesn't know that the organization was going to allow him to fire Shane Bowen.
But they'll let Kafka?
We'll see. I don't know. I don't think Kafka's going anywhere.
No, I'm saying they'll let Kafka fire Shane Bowen?
Well, I don't think he's good. I don't think Bowen's going to go anywhere. I don't think they're going to fire him now.
Well, we'll see.
We will see. It's this saga that surrounds the Giants. Let's get to more of your calls. 800-919-3776. The Giants, it's amazing. And I got people so upset. Oh, that's another one of these. I can't take these. What are you talking about? I watched the game numb yesterday. Didn't drive me crazy. The Broncos game, I'm still to this day incensed about. The Bears game was a disaster yesterday. Not heartbroken about that. Oh, how could they did it again? Another fourth quarter collapse. Do you know what a fourth quarter collapse is? It's not a 1-point lead that you let get away. It's not.
No, it's not. But listen, I understand why some people are still, I wouldn't say like that I would be heartbroken that they lost, but there are people in different stages of this right now.
Okay. Well, let's find out what stage you're at. Where are you as far as stages of grief with the Giants. 800-919-3776. DNR with you. We'll hear from the head coach, the new head coach, the interim head coach, Mika Kafka, as well. DNR with you, ESPN, New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at Venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Introducing the new ESPN Fox One bundle. Unlock all of ESPN and all of Fox One with one unbeatable price. Catch the biggest games, college football, NBA, NHL, and more on ESPN. Stream your faves, Big Noon Saturday, the World Series, and NASCAR on Fox One. All for just $39.99 a month. That's 20% off. The ESPN Fox One bundle. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Access content from each service separately. Savings compared to purchasing both plans separately. See stream.espn.com for complete terms and conditions.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you. Monday morning, another Loser Monday. And by the way, next week is going to be another one. Next week should be fun. Jets, Ravens, Giants, Lions. That's nice.
Yeah, Giants are staring 2-11 right in the face.
Right in the face.
Right in the face.
Now, listen, as bad as it's been, and they deserve the bulk of the blame, have you ever seen a schedule like this?
Like this? No. I mean, we talked about before the season even started.
It's unbelievable.
It just doesn't, it's relentless.
Right? And I don't think the Bears are hardly anything great, but even the Bears are like look at these teams that you've played. They're 7-3. Packers, Lions, Broncos. I mean, my God.
I think the crazier part is that you actually beat. I mean, who you beat? You beat
up on the Eagles.
Right, you beat up on the Eagles. You beat an undefeated Chargers team, who at the time, at the time that you beat them was considered maybe the best team in the AFC.
Right, and they're also a lot more banged up than they were then. Chargers have their starting tackles, and they're a far different looking team right now.
100%. I mean, you heard that. Listen, I mean, as much as Jackson Dart's been hit, I mean, before yesterday, this is the when they gave
Herbert. He takes some of the most hellacious hits. Did you see the one hit? I thought he was going to die yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, he takes huge hits. It's just he's a bigger guy, but still. I mean, I'm sure that Jim Harbaugh doesn't want his quarterback taking those hits.
No, it's really terrible. But next Monday should be the only blessing of next Monday is we'll be 3 days before Thanksgiving.
I guess.
That's the only blessing that we'll have to deal with next Monday.
Well, see, it's a blessing for you because you have no responsibilities off Thanksgiving.
No, none.
No, I have a tremendous this year amount of responsibilities.
Well, I don't. I'll have to go to the store.
Well, I mean, okay, but I mean, I got to go to the store.
No, I'm not comparing my responsibilities to your responsibilities. I'm just saying I will have to go to the store, pick up some stuff. That's my wheelhouse.
That is your wheelhouse. Well, that's one of your strengths. I think Sherry plays well into she's a good coach. We know that, and she recognizes what your strengths and weaknesses are, and she puts you right into that. Strength.
Most of the things that I have are weaknesses, and if you use strengths, you want to play into my strengths.
Yeah, I think we got to. When we can utilize you, we got to utilize you.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm like a battering ram. You get a fourth and half a yard, put me in. But 4th and 8, I shouldn't be in the game. Right. I mean, anywhere near the game.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that just stays in the tool drawer. You're like, why do we have this?
I'm the Kyle Juszczyk of
I don't know though. I feel like Kyle Juszczyk has more. Is not a one-trick pony.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I have a couple tricks, but I don't have a lot of tricks. Like Saquon, he's got a tool belt full of tricks. I don't have a lot of tricks.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be more like an offensive lineman we strictly bring into in goal line situations to be the fullback.
That's right.
As opposed to the fullback.
Is it what's his name? The skipper on the Lions? That's who I am. I have to announce I'm here.
Yep.
It's everybody. It's me.
It's me.
Eligible. I make an announcement. I'm here. I'm in the game, and then I'll be in for a play, maybe 2, and then I'm out, and that's it.
Let's not pretend though, like we could live in a world where you would announce walking into the grocery store exactly what you're doing. Hey everyone, just so you know, I'm grocery shopping for Thanksgiving. It's all me.
Oh, I would do that.
Yeah, you would. Look at I got my list.
Yeah. Well, and then I get a cart. I'm very good at a cart selection. Like that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
know the aisles. I know where things are in different aisles. That's a skill.
I love vegetables. I like fruit as well.
It's a skill. You laugh at that. I go with Sherry. She's like, where do you think they have the? I'm like, oh, that's aisle 4. Let's go. Paella.
So supermarket sweep. You'd be dynamic in supermarket
Unbelievable.
sweep.
Unbelievable.
I used to love that game.
I'm a great shopper.
Hey, listen, we all have our specialties.
You want to get to calls, or do you want to hear from Mike Kafka?
I think we've done. I don't think we've done a great job with calls, so I would probably lean calls.
All right, let's go to Sal and Maspeth. Sal, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. First time caller.
Good morning, Sal.
I'm like you. Good morning, guys. I'm over the going crazy on the losses now. I'm accepting it, and I'm dealing with it like you guys, like you are. But watching yesterday's game, right? Watching especially this one receiver, Moody or something on Green Bay, the helmet that he had on was so padded. but it was green or yellow yellow, right? It did not
you're
look
talking about
bad.
Dobbs?
You mean Romeo Dobbs?
Dobbs wears that helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was about 6 helmets I saw on Green Bay that were padded. And if you went back and you have a way to look back on it,
I know what the helmet is, and we're very familiar with that. We get it.
Why can't
that might be Williams that wears one also?
Why can't you? Look, have you ever
They
seen
can
them
if
in
they
the
want.
exhibition season?
They can all
They
wear
wear them in white. Oh, they look terrible in white. Oh my God, they look like monsters. But why can't
what's your point,
Dart? I think Dart should start wearing one.
He could.
They can make it look decent on them.
Here's the thing, Sal.
He's allowed to wear whenever he wants.
It looks, and thanks for the call, it looks weird. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you choose to wear it, I think it's such a weird look that must be because it helps it protects your head.
It's supposed to, yeah.
Right. So, what is it? The Guardian cap is what they call
by
this
definition,
thing, right?
yes. Yeah, Guardian cap.
And if he chose to wanted to wear it, I think that'd be a great thing. But
I also think that they have. I also think that they have position-specific helmets that are designed to give you the same kind of protection that the Guardian cap does, without having to wear the Guardian cap. Right,
That's something you could wear that is not to that extent.
Well, no, it's they have position-specific helmets. Like if you look around, like you can see guys wear different helmets that are the intention is to give you the same protection of having a Guardian cap on top of your helmet without having to wear the Guardian cap. And not be so cumbersome or uncomfortable or heavy or whatever it is.
Right. Okay. But he can do any of that stuff.
Well, listen, I would do. You're talking to someone that played that would. If you told me that I could go eat, horse manure to regenerate cartilage in my knee, I would have done it. Like, I mean, we all will do anything.
You say we would all do anything, but if that in fact is the case, why is everyone not wearing the Guardian cap?
Because I'm telling you, I think there are people. I think there are helmets that exist that are supposed
that
to
have
give
it
you
built in that we're not even able to recognize.
That are supposed to give you the same kind of protection. And there are other guys like why don't guys wear neck guards? Because they don't. Because it's uncomfortable. They don't like it, or they don't like how it
So
looks.
either it's uncomfortable or they don't like the appearance. But everyone has the option to wear these things.
Of course. Well, that's why they've decided to actually put the team logos on them. Like hey guys, I'm sure there were guys that said, "Listen, I'd like to wear this thing, but it looks ridiculous on my game helmet. We don't want guys running around with, just white Guardian caps. So let's make the."
I will be honest with you, and I'm not wear it. You should wear it because if it helps your brain, right? You should wear it. It looks ridiculous. It does.
It looks uncomfortable. It looks heavy.
But it looks weird. I mean, your helmet is now twice the size of a normal helmet.
Right, but that bothers some guys that are concerned about their look. But if there was for me, if I'm someone that has dealt with concussions, like you've also seen the guys that wear the neck things, like Luke Kuechly's wore, like Sauce wears one too.
Right,
it's supposed to help with concussions. I wouldn't let the look of it deter me if I really thought it was going to help protect my brain.
Absolutely. But I'm sure that there are some players that are like, "Oh, it looks ridiculous. I'm not wearing that thing." Some.
I would say that Jackson Dart is probably one of those guys. I think that his look is important to him. Now, I think, at the end of the day, his brain's most important, but I think that Jackson Dart actually puts real thought and time into how he presents himself on the field.
Yes.
I can wear the turtleneck with the chain hanging out of it. I got my he's got his look. I got my eye black that I wear Anakin Skywalker. He's got his thing.
Let's hear from Mike Kafka a little bit. Here he is on his first game as Giants head coach.
Focuses on the players, putting them in the best positions, and again, just thinking through, how we're going to play the game. Again, talking about some of the weather stuff, some of the substitution stuff. So that's really all my focus was, just on the game.
That was windy yesterday, huh? Some beautiful
real
kicks.
Windy.
Some beautiful. That
at least one of them,
whatever his name is, those are some of the worst kicks I've ever seen.
Well, the laces, it was a high snap, and the guy didn't turn the laces out, and then that was a really bad one. But yeah, it wasn't great.
No, it was brutal. Brutal.
I didn't think the Kafka's challenge was a good challenge either.
It wasn't. It was a terrible challenge.
Yeah. And then because
it was a terrible challenge.
Because he had lost, then there was another play, that Wandale catch that probably could have been challenged, that I think was a catch.
The fumble, the non-fumble, the incomplete.
Laces out.
There was a Wandale catch. Where
they called it incomplete, and it looked like he had possession, and he fumbled it out of bounds. Yes.
Yeah.
And then it looked like he could have challenged that one.
And then the other one, by the way, the Musgrave fumble What a bad call. It was a fumble.
I thought so, too.
I mean, some of these, they never completed the catch. What do you mean he never completed the catch?
The officiating is so... The quarterback play, the officiating... I mean, I got to be honest with you. The football's not very good now. Like, no. I love it, and it's still football, and, like, you know, it's like the worst day fishing, right? Or whatever. But it's not good football.
It has not been good football, but because we love it so much, it feels like they take advantage of us a little bit.
Well, right. Well, like, what could they put out? You'd be like, oh, I'm not watching today. Nothing.
No, they know it.
They couldn't put out a brand that was bad enough that you'd be like, I'm not watching the games today. No way. No way.
They actually, I will say this, though, and it's less about the brand of football and more about who's playing in the games, because we just don't want to watch backups play. But the preseason's become so bad that they've done exactly what they wanted, where we want 18 games. 17's good, but we want 18 now because we don't want any more preseason games. Of course,
you'll get 18 at some point.
Yeah, I mean, of course we're going to get it.
You're going to get 2 preseason games.
Yep,
and you'll get 18 regular season games, and that's not years away. That's, I don't know, year 2, 3 away at the most.
Right.
It's going to happen. All right, more from Kafka on the performance of Jameis Winston.
I don't think there's any much else I would add on Jameis. I just got to watch the tape, but I love where his mindset was the entire game. He was very positive. I thought he was completing a lot of footballs. I thought when he had opportunities downfield, he took them. That's just kind of my snapshot view, but I like where Jameis was at. At no point was there any kind of indecision. He was very decisive and played and managed the game and got us in and out of good looks, got in and out of plays on the line of scrimmage, handled that tempo very well. So I was happy with Jameis.
I thought Jameis played pretty well for the most part.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, again, my biggest takeaway was why the hell has he not been the backup?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't understand the mindset.
It's terrible. I mean, having watched Russell Wilson barely be able to throw the football and see what Jameis Winston is able to do yesterday, how could that not be your summation?
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't know why.
It'll never make sense.
Well, like, it does make it. It's so ridiculous that you have to ask Jordan. Like, we have to ask Jordan the question. Like, I mean, everyone can see it. I'm sure the teammates can see it. Why is he still why is Brian Daboll making the decision to keep him in the backup?
And we thought it, right? We're like, well, clearly, but they're seeing it. Like, they're seeing that Russell Wilson's not good. They're seeing that Jameis Winston is a better version. So why in the world? I mean, it'll never make sense. It'll never make sense. And now it's even more maddening because did he come in some of those games? I don't know. Maybe there's a different result in some of those games.
You know what's amazing to me though? Like reading a lot of this stuff after the game. And like the players talk, because that's what you're looking for, right? Is just to see how the players responded, like during the week to Kafka. What's crazy is that you see Brian Daboll is nuts on the sideline, right? Like he's screaming. I mean, he's screaming at coaches. He's jumping into the blue tent, and like a lot of what these guys are saying, like, is that Kafka was more vocal during the week than Dabes was. So what exactly, like during the week? What was it? I mean, what was Dabes doing exactly?
I have no idea.
Like just like being vocal with Jackson Dart and like the better players.
Well, you saw the report that apparently he went crazy at Kafka when Theo Johnson dropped that ball against the Eagles, right?
Right, but I mean, like, we see that stuff. Like you see him snap. Like there was, I mean, he got mad at Shane Bowen, but I don't understand. Like, I just assumed, I guess maybe it's my fault, that like he would be like that he was probably pretty vocal, but it sounds like that during the week he really wasn't.
Yeah, clearly he wasn't a good coach.
Like, I mean,
maybe good at certain things within the job, but clearly overall not a good coach.
Well, the things that they pointed out are things that you just naturally assume a good coach would do. Like he listens to the leaders on the team. Oh, I mean, then shouldn't most good coaches listen to the lead? Like,
yeah, it doesn't sound like you're breaking any fresh ground with. I listen to the best players. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Come back. Lot to still do. We'll go around the league. Raymond has beautiful nuggets for around the league. We'll do a frenzy. 800-919-3776. Busy football Monday. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads this morning. And here is Susie Cerrone.
Alternate side and meters in effect. Really busy out there traffic-wise this morning. Inbound George, 20 at the upper, 15 for the lower. The Lincoln is 20. The Holland, the worst, 30 from the Turnpike, 40 from 1 and 9. There's a crash on the BQE northbound at Broadway, LIE westbound at Springfield Boulevard, left lane accident. New Jersey, 80 westbound at exit 48, an overturned car. Just the right shoulder is getting by. You've got onlooker delays eastbound. We've got a crash on the LIE westbound at Willis Avenue in the right lane. And in Suffolk County, a tractor-trailer accident. The LIE eastbound is shut down from Bagatelle Road to Deer Park Avenue. We're sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. Reach out, change her world. It'll change your own. Unbound.org. Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5S all-wheel drive for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0754711, MSRP $31,070, zero security deposit, ends 12/1/25.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
This whole idea that Joe Schoen is just safe, and you have nothing to worry about is apparently not true.
Anyone who thinks Shane has put together enough talent that he should keep his job is kidding himself.
If you're not convinced that Joe Schoen is coming back and you don't think he did a very good job, wouldn't you want someone else to come in from the outside and kind of take a look at all of it?
And the consistent theme around the Giants, guys, is their inconsistency.
He is hardly safe. Not that he won't be back, but it's not a slam dunk that he will be back.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, now the big 7 o'clock hour, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So Abdul Carter wasn't out there for the first 6 plays, and that was kind of jarring. Now, he played every play after that yesterday, so the question is, what the hell's going on? And Mike Kafka was asked after the game, why did you bench Abdul Carter?
That was a coach's decision. That's something we talked about, and I want to make sure that was my decision. We'll just keep the rest of that in-house.
Discipline related?
Yeah, we'll keep the rest of that in-house. Just as it was a coach's decision for me, and talk to Abdul.
So that's concerning. Apparently, he said something this week which really upset the coaching staff. They benched him for 6 plays, and they don't want to really discuss it. But, I mean, this season for him, and I think he'll be okay, but this rookie campaign for Abdul Carter has not gone the way you would hope it would go.
No, absolutely not. I mean, 3rd overall pick, supposed to be the best player in the draft. And I know there's some other stats with the pressures and stuff like that, but just as far as, overall impact, it doesn't have to necessarily be about the stats. But, I mean, a half a sack, now you're getting benched because of discipline. I mean, it's not a great look. I played during the game, too, and Willis was in there. He gets caught inside on the read option. It's just, I mean, yeah, you would expect more from a 3rd overall pick. It's the defense in general, though.
Well, I agree. Yes, but how angry are you going to get at, pick the guy. Like Nunez Roches. You get furious with him? No, your anger,
no.
Your upset is going to be with guys that you're paying a lot of money that were major draft capital.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be mad at Abdul Carter. I mean, I think Brian Burns is probably the only one on the defensive side of the ball that you feel good about, that you're excited about.
He's got 13 sacks.
Right. He's having an awesome season. I just mean the strength of your team. If you were going to be able to win football games this year, was supposed to be in your defense. And it hasn't worked out that way.
No,
that's a Joe Schoen issue.
He's
been
issue. Massively disappointed. But it all points back to Joe Schoen. Sure, Dable got the axe, and Dable did not do a good job, and you can blame the players too, but do you, and you have a lot invested, but you don't have a lot of talent on this team. There's not, I mean, they should have, for year 4, there should be more talent on this team provided by Joe Schoen.
Right, correct. But, I mean, you lost the whole draft. I mean, your first round pick.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's Joe Schoen's. I'm not disagreeing with you. Here's what I don't understand, though, and you got to, explain this to me. So if we go through this whole process where Joe Schoen puts together the folder of candidates, and we're starting to hear names now, right? It's definitely not Bill Belichick. They'd rather it not be a college coach, so we start putting these names together.
Someone with experience, right?
So am I to assume that the coach is going to be the one that helps to decide whether or not Joe Schoen stays and who the next GM will be? Because the way the process is lining up is head coach gets hired first, and then they figure out the GM.
I would assume. I mean, I don't have that answer for you. I don't know. I would assume, because what I've heard is it doesn't sound like Schoen is definitively safe. So if you go, what do they have now? They're 2-9, so they have 6 more games. If you go 1-5 in your final 6 games and go 3-14 again, I mean, now is it
right? But
he presents all the information, and then after they hire the coach, then they decide what to do with him.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like if there's a thought that Joe Schoen isn't safe, shouldn't, like, at the same time that we're going through Joe Schoen putting together coaching candidates, shouldn't we be trying to figure out like who the GM candidates are going to be? Or are we going to go through the coaching thing first and then decide who the GM is going to be?
I don't have the answer for you. I mean, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But I can't sit here and tell you definitively that this is the way it'll be, because I don't know. I'd be lying to you if I told you that.
No, I don't know. That's the way it's lining up, is my point.
Well, it seems like yes, I agree with that. Like the number one priority is let's get the coach in place, and once we have the coach in place, now we'll kind of reevaluate where we are with the GM and that staff. But it feels very clunky, doesn't it?
It feels clunky, but I just think if I'm a candidate for this job and it's clear that we're prioritizing the head coach, how many guys are going to want to work with Joe Schoen when asked?
Especially if you're going to look for a coach with some equity, right? Like if it's a brand new head coach who's desperate, like Cliff Kingsbury, how many do we know he's going to get chances? Like he might bite at that apple no matter who it's going to be as GM. But if it's someone who's got a little more gravitas, maybe they say, I'd like the job, but I'm not willing to take the job if this guy's in place.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I would like both of those things to line up. I just don't know, like if I'm a finalist for this job, and like I've done my research, right? I mean, I'm hoping that any candidate that you want to hire has done all his research and he understands where this team has been under Brian Dable and Joe Schoen and all these different things. That you would look at the lack of depth and talent and all these different things, and you go like, why would I want to work with Joe Schoen?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
I mean if you want, and because someone's going to lose the North, right? So someone's going to lose the AFC North. So is it going to be Harbaugh? Is it going to be Tomlin? Is there a chance that whatever coach doesn't win that division is open and available for work? Well, if that's the case, you think they're going to want to come to the Giants and work under Joe Schoen, a guy that A, is not very good, and B, they don't have any relationship with? You'd think probably not.
Well, on top of the fact that, I mean, why is it that Joe Schoen still has a job and Brian Dable? Like, who was that, Louis Riddick that told us that? Or someone we asked? Like, that would be a question for him, is like, well, what was going on behind closed doors that we were so eager to move on from Brian Dable and Joe Schoen is still sticking around and trusted enough to bring us through this process? Like, what was he exactly saying? I mean, I think it's safe to assume that he's telling ownership that we have enough talent. It's just not being utilized properly.
Well, I don't know how ownership could look at this team and think to themselves, boy, there's really a good – I mean, there is some talent, and maybe you're not getting as much as you would like out of the high-end talent, but look at some of the guys that they have to play.
Yeah, I understand that, but, I mean, look at what you've invested, though.
I understand. But how many high-priced teams have you seen in your life that they just don't live up to what they should be? It happens all the time.
Right, I know, but, I mean – Someone has to pay the price for that.
Well, you've already had one guy pay the price, and you're going to have more guys pay the price.
Right, but I don't know. It gets my head spinning because you watch like the behind the scenes stuff and everything else, and it's like it feels like most of the decisions that are led by Joe Schoen haven't worked, and then the ones that have worked feel like they were more
Brian Dable centric.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, like you say, there's so much talent, and there is talent, but when Paulson Adebo goes out and can't play, now look who do you have to play? And then you point to Deonte Banks, and Deonte Banks that's a Joe Schoen special.
That's a first round pick. Yeah, I mean that's the problem though.
Evan Neal's a Joe Schoen special.
Right, but I don't even mean talent. Like I'm not even saying like maybe talent's not the right word. I mean it's supposed to be talent. I just mean like the amount of resources that you've poured.
Equity.
Into the defense. Yeah, like
Dexter Lawrence, first-round pick. Brian Burns traded, real draft capital to get him. Abdul Carter, third overall pick. Right? Kayvon Thibodeau, fifth overall pick. I get it. You've invested a ton. You expect more out of them. But whether they're not being coached properly or they're not as good as they were anticipated to be, I don't have that answer. But clearly there's a disconnect here, a massive disconnect here, right?
Yes. A massive disconnect.
Let's go to Brian in Manhattan. Brian, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey guys, I don't know. I don't know if you looked at the team stats. The Giants totally dominated that game. Time of possession, rushing, total yards, the whole thing. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think if Daboll is the coach, it doesn't go that way. So
you think they don't dominate, or that they win that game yesterday?
No, I think Green Bay blows them out. Green Bay was coming off of 2 losses, and while they're not as good as everyone said, I like the Giants' effort last night. I like their energy. I like their play calling. I liked a lot of things. There's a couple of plays where they broke down in the
but Brian,
secondary.
But Brian, how much different did that game look than the rest of the games that you've seen this season?
A lot. I mean, the rest of the game, a lot of Daboll got fired primarily because they had games where they were up and they had 90% chance to win and they didn't. That didn't happen yesterday. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Giants aren't on the right track, but I think getting rid of Daboll is good. I hope to get rid of Shane. I sort of like Kafka.
Yeah, but which is better? The result is the same. You make no sense, though.
Which is, Brian, you compete in almost all these games, and, and yet you lose another one.
Right, you lost.
But I just thought the flow of that game, I loved the effort by Tracy. I liked the offensive line. Winston should have been playing earlier. Look, he had some picks that were dropped for sure, but I don't know. Call me crazy. I wouldn't say it was a small victory, but I would say that they just played better. And then one last point, Dave, you said earlier, the quality of football really is not good. The games are close to the 1P window, but I think the play, the injuries, the refereeing, there's definitely been a dilution in the NFL, and it's real. I mean, it is so real.
Brian, again, and thanks for the call. There's nothing, and I mean this sincerely, nothing that they would put on the field that I'd be like, ugh, I'm not watching this. Nothing. But it is clearly not very good football.
I like Brian, and me and Brian have a really nice relationship now.
Well, you've really regenerated it.
Yeah,
yes.
I just don't. His overall point really didn't make sense. Like, it's clear that he didn't want. Like, he wanted Brian Dable gone.
Correct.
Right. You still lost. Right. I mean, that's it. Ultimately, that ends up being the result is that you lost and you're 2-9.
And I don't have this feeling that the Giants would get crushed if.
No, but here's where his point didn't make any sense, though. He's talking about the games that you had a 96% chance to win in and a 99% chance to win. Well, I mean, isn't that what you want? Now, I know you blow those games, but still, like, you had done enough up to that point to give yourself a 99% chance to win the game. You scored 32 points against Denver. Right? So, I mean, you end up losing all of them anyway. So what was the? I mean, it wasn't a 99% chance to win yesterday. So isn't that less than?
Does it even matter?
The math doesn't make any sense.
No, does it even matter? This idea. Well, if Dable's the coach, they're not competing. I don't know that that's true. I think the guys wanted to play for Jameis Winston. I thought there was some added juice having Jameis Winston as the quarterback, and they played a pretty good football game. Defensively, they're awful. Like I said, they've scored 20 points 5 consecutive games, Rick, and lost all of them.
Yeah, it feels like, I mean, if you want to go back to a point of the season where things went wrong, it's the fourth quarter of the Denver game.
And I told you at the time the season could spiral, and I had everyone telling me, not you, I don't think, but everyone, it'll be fine. Don't worry. I remember asking Jordan that question on that Friday after. He's like, no. They're professionals. It'll be fine. It feels like the season ended that fourth quarter in Denver. And somehow they beat everybody at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea that you scored 32 points, though, too. I mean, that was the day that their season came to an end.
And it may be, on the flip side, it may be the day that the Broncos kind of saved their season.
Yeah, well, but this is just what the Broncos do now.
It's unbelievable.
It's
another game they win at the buzzer yesterday.
Say what you want about Bo Nix.
He played better yesterday.
Yeah, he played better, but still, I mean, some of the decisions that Sean Payton makes, too, it's just, I mean, they find a way.
They do. They find a way. All right, let's break. We'll come back, and we will get to all your calls. They're lining up in quite a way right now. 800-919-3776. So, I mean, have at it. Giants, NFL, wherever you want to go. It's DNR with you on a Football Monday right here on ESPN New York.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Alan Hahn here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled a bath in my house, converting a tub into a shower. The result, amazing. Bathfitter offers custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, durable with no demo, no mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Take advantage of their biggest sale of the year. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details and start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com.
To the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat. Score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Tankathon is your friend. You spend some time. The Giants right now, only because they've played more games, but they're with the second overall pick right now, Rick.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but that'll change.
This is your fault, by the way.
What's my fault?
Yeah, because you keep saying it. You know, it would be great if the Giants have the second overall pick.
Yeah.
And the Jets have to trade up to get the quarterback.
Oh, I would love that.
They'll snap.
Well, you guys have the resources now. Just trade us a couple ones, and you can have our pick.
I don't want to have to trade you picks. I like to use those picks in other places. I got work to do. Okay? I got work to do. I need to add talent to this team.
A lot of talent. We both need talent.
Yeah, we both need talent. I'm surprised you need as much talent as you need, but defensively, at least.
Well,
you definitely need some offensive talent.
Do. We need talent. Here's the thing. Outside of quarterback, I guess running back.
Receiver, you need help receiver-wise.
But outside of quarterback and running back, where would you say the Giants don't need help right now? Like secondary, you need help.
Yeah, clearly. But, I mean, those are things that's, again, going back to what we've talked about for the last hour and 23 minutes. You were supposed to have addressed some of that stuff.
But it's not answered.
You brought in Adebo. You brought in Holland. I mean, because you felt like you wanted to let Xavier McKinney leave for whatever reason. Right? Like, I mean, we understood, like, the Julian Love thing. Well, because you still have, you got Xavier McKinney still. Oh, no. Now you don't. McKinney's gone also.
Well, look at the talent that you let go. And again, I'm not saying you keep all of them, but Leonard Williams is playing at an unbelievable level. And I think you got a good return for him, but he's playing at a very high level. Saquon is unbelievable, right? And Xavier McKinney. These are three, like, Pro Bowl caliber players that you just said, we're good, we don't want to keep these guys for whatever reason.
Right, and then the problem is they turn around and have their best seasons the year after they leave your team. So what exactly is going on in your building that you can't maximize your talent, or that you haven't put enough talent around them for them to play as well as as well as they're playing in other places?
Let's go to Dave in Westchester. Dave, good morning. You're next up on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning. I'm not usually this optimistic with the Giants.
Well, how could you not be, Dave? Would be my statement. How could at 2-9 again? How could you not be?
I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm going to give you just an example of two things that absolutely can never happen and wouldn't happen. But what do you think this team's record would be if they had Vrabel or they had McVay or a coach like that? That's your biggest problem right now. If you get somebody that really knows what they're doing,
but it depends.
This team is not as bad as you think. They're not.
But
that
it depends
bad.
on who Sean McVay hires. Right? Like, who is Sean McVay hiring to be his defensive coordinator? How much coaching up of the defense do you think Sean McVay is doing?
I don't want to cut you off. I'm saying I understand that, but a really good coach is going to hire, good offensive coordinator, good defensive coordinator. I don't think the players on the team are that bad. That's my point. I think if you get positions I want, you don't even want those positions. I want another pass rusher who can stop the run. I want a good offensive lineman. We can find a wide receiver. We've never had great wide receivers when we won all the Super Bowls. I think we have a better team than you guys think we do. I just think we need a guy who knows what the heck they're doing
Of course they do. Dave, doesn't that go without saying? You need a coach that is competent. Look at every team that's pretty good around the NFL. They all have coaches that you look at, you're like, oh, man, I would be happy to have that guy. Right? I mean, of course. They're not bereft of talent. That's what makes it so frustrating. If you had a upper echelon coach coaching this team from the jump this year, there's no way your record would be 2-9 right now. No chance.
No, I don't think so either. But, I also recognize that, the point I was trying to make is that someone like Sean McVay, is great on the offensive side of the ball. And I think when he stands in front of the room and leads the team, I'm sure he does a great job with it. But it's the people around you that you hire and those relationships that you have.
But he's done that.
I think if you had Wink
with the Rams, why would you think he wouldn't do it here with the Giants?
Well, no, I know, but it's like Brian Dable's biggest fail was thinking that Shane Bowen was going to be a good defensive coordinator for him and not having a good enough relationship with a guy who was doing a good job to stay.
Right.
And then once he was gone, or even after year one with Shane Bowen, not realizing that, hey, we need to make a change here because, at the end of the day, as good as I think I am at what I'm doing, the defense clearly isn't holding up their end of the bargain. And it's not supposed to be because we have a lack of talent. It's because the defensive coordinator just isn't getting the best out of them. Like, I don't know. If Sean McVay came in and he had the right defensive coordinator, they're probably better than 2-9. Of course, Sean McVay is considered one of the best coaches in the NFL.
Right.
And apparently, the more you read about what was going on behind closed doors, Brian Dable was not doing a great job.
No. Clearly not, and he had to go. He's gone, and now you hope. All it is hope. You hope that the next coach is a home run, and if it is, maybe it turns around. Because if you go out and you hire another Brian Dable, which is certainly possible, you're going to go through the cycle all over again.
Right. I guess my pushback would be, and I know it's only game one, but did Kafka change the results?
Well, he didn't change the results.
Like, did Kafka all of a sudden now, help the defense to make that one stop that they needed? Or, make it so Green Bay wasn't 4 for 4 in the red zone?
No. Or go 7 for 11 on third downs?
Like, that didn't change?
No. Or the quarterback goes out and Malik Willis comes in and dices you up as well? No. It's all the same. It's all the same. Let's go to Joe in Smithtown. Joe, good morning. You're on ESPN New York. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm all right. Just sitting in traffic on the LA, nothing new. But I got to say, I don't think it's so much of a defensive coaching issue. Because I sit down and I watch these players. Like, let's just take Banks, for example. Every time there's a pulling guard or a receiver comes up to block him on an outside run play, the dude olays. He doesn't do what you're taught in high school football and put any effort into taking on the lead block, going low. Like Paulson Adebo does that, but he's one of the only defensive backs we have. Abdul Carter to have no sacks. Like, is it an effort issue? It can't be like a lack of talent through the whole defense, because we're all saying these guys are so talented, and they are. But then you watch these individual players who have such an impact on how your front four get to the quarterback, and they play like they don't care. So I don't care if you had a Sean McVay, Deontay Banks, Abdul Carter. It's like, well, what are you doing? You were superstars in college, and then you get to the league, and this is how you're playing? It's embarrassing, man. I don't think they should be on the team. I don't think any coach who comes in would be like, yeah, those guys should be starting for the Giants. Because you can't have a lead in the fourth quarter and then go, all right, here we go, defense, and you know what's going to happen because you got these guys playing like they don't want to take a hit. It just drives me insane because I I get it. It's a business decision they're making, but don't play then because you got to take the lead block low and throw the freaking run up on the outside. I just hate it, man. I'll
Joe, a couple things, and thanks for the phone call, and I understand your frustration. And Deonte Banks is bad. I'm not going to have that discussion. I'm not going to have that argument. He's a bad player, but we're going to blame the lack of being able to shut down the run on the corners. Really, that's what we're going to do here?
Well, I don't think that's strictly on the corners. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he means that you have all this emphasis put on the coaching, and he doesn't believe that the coaching can change the mentality or, guys' willingness to do stuff like Deonte Banks taking on a blocker or
Deonte Banks stinks. We know that.
Like you won't know until you know, right? You won't know how much of this was, the players just aren't good enough and aren't executing and are being put in bad spots just because there's not enough, there's just not enough depth, or it's that they're really not being coached well. I just don't know. Again, I was never in an NFL locker room. I don't know. We're doing the pie chart of blame.
Right.
How much
if
of this
it's more
falls,
on the players or if it's more on the coaches. I get it.
Or on the head coach or his staff. I don't know how much. Every head coach I talk to in every sport, their big complaint is I don't get to do much coaching. Right. I become the CEO and I got to I'm overseeing everything, so I got to trust that my coaching staff is doing the right thing. So if you don't hire the right coaching staff, a lot of this has been the defensive side of the ball. So, we can blame Brian Daboll for it, and he should be blamed because he hired Shane Bowen. But how much of this is that the cornerback coaches aren't doing a good job, and the defensive line coach isn't doing a good job, and Shane Bowen's not doing a good job?
I would buy into all of it.
Because the offense has been
the players aren't doing a good job, and the coaches aren't doing a good job.
Because the offense with a rookie quarterback and your two best offensive players out have done a good job,
and way less talent than the defense seems to have.
Yeah. So again, I don't know exactly who you want to blame for that. Ultimately, Brian Daboll gets all the blame because he's fired. But again, until you bring someone new in that's going to bring his own staff and work with, whatever players stay and whatever players go, and if all of a sudden now you hire a new coach and a new defensive coordinator and whatever else you hire, and Abdul Carter turns into what we expected Abdul Carter to be, then you're like, yeah, you know what? The coaching staff was terrible.
Correct. That's right.
I just
if
don't know
you do it again and you have the same results, then I give up at that point.
Yeah, at that point you're the Jets. It doesn't matter.
All right, let's take a break. Come back. Got calls lining up. 800-919-3776. Jay Glazer with a little update of the Giants coaching search. We'll go there as well. Ray's going to take us around the league. We're going to take you on a football frenzy. 800-919-3776. DNR with you on a Football Monday, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, lease a new 2025 Mazda CX 32.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM834925. MSRP $27,055. Zero security deposit. Ends 12/1/25.
The FanDuel Sportsbook app is your home for all your favorite NFL bets. From yards to touchdowns to who will win. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
I don't know what this is. This is very, very calming.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
It's Morgan Wallen.
Oh, I bet that. He didn't speak for a while on this one, though.
By the way, too, just like, I mean, I'm sure people will want to point to what's going on in New England, right? How quickly it can turn around.
Yep.
Right? They got, they identify the quarterback. Coach isn't very good. They bring in Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, and now it looks like they could have the number one seed in the AFC. It wasn't as simple as you bring in Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, and this whole thing turns around. Just take a quick peek at what they did in free agency this offseason. And the amount of talent that they added.
I think they spent more money than anybody's ever spent in free agency.
Yeah. I mean, the names and players that they've added are a huge piece of what's happening right now.
Yes. But, I mean, if you have the right quarterback and you implement the right coach, it can change.
Right, but it's not as simple as like the last caller where it's like you just add the coach to this team and all of a sudden now everything changes. I think still with the lack of talent, lack of depth on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the secondary, and then what you're missing offensively, would it be better than 2-9? Yeah, I mean, it still should be better. With Brian Daboll, it should have been better than 2-9.
Yeah, but it wasn't. And
and
that's why he's fired.
Right.
By the way, this is just the start, just the very beginning of what is going to be an uninterrupted 50-minute block here on ESPN New York. You excited about that?
This is when Raymond shines right now on a Monday.
Uninterrupted, though. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time. All right, so I promised Jay Glazer, I guess you found this sound, right? He was discussing this as the Dolphins and Commanders were not putting points on the board late in that game and into overtime yesterday. And here is Jay Glazer as far as the Giants coaching search is concerned.
They're not going to have a coaching search that is going to span everywhere. I talked to Joe Schoen, their general manager, about this week. The first way is, hey, do we get a guy to come in and develop our quarterback? The other way is, do we get a guy to come in just for the culture and have confidence that he's always going to have the right coaches, like a Dan Campbell has done over there, right? Or if you have a Mike Tomlin with the right culture. One place I don't see them going to, though, is college. There's been a million college names out there. I don't see them doing that. But I think you could see guys, a Mike McCarthy, if we're talking about for offensive coaches, right? Matt Nagy, a guy like Arthur Smith, somebody who's had some experience in the defensive side of the ball, Steve Spagnuolo, Lou Anarumo, who brings that presence also, but also a name who's starting to really pop up. We talked about the game earlier. Chris Shula, the defensive coordinator for the Rams.
Is Joe Schoen?
Joe Schoen, yeah.
He's fine?
Joe
We're
Schoen
just
right
going to
now
let him roll?
He's the one that's going to end up doing the search.
Yeah, doing the search, yes. And providing the information to the owners, yes. Whether he's going to be here at the end of all that, I think is very much up in the air. Chris Shula is interesting. That's Don Shula's grandson, by the way. He's young. He's done a great job with the Rams defense.
Yeah, right. But I mean, again, it's going to come down to what are you looking for? I mean, there are two, I think there are two camps in this thing. I think are we focused on the young quarterback, or are we more focused on the 52 other guys and making sure that we get a CEO, leader of men type?
I think all of it. I think you need to focus on the young quarterback and have someone that's capable. You need it all encompassing. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
But that's not. I mean, you act like that's easy to do.
I never acted like it was easy to do.
Of course, that's what you'd like, but I mean, I think there are pros and cons with both sides of it. I mean, if you bring in a defensive-minded head coach that stands in front of a room, he leads men and everything else, and he hires a great offensive coordinator, and that works out, and Jackson Dart's lights out for the next 2 years.
Right now, the offensive coordinator is stolen away, and now what are you supposed to do?
Right, and now for the first couple weeks, we got to listen to, hey, this isn't the same guy, calling plays in Jackson's ear, and it just doesn't look the same. And did we make the wrong decision? I don't know. So
I agree. Listen, I think for me it would be an offensive-minded head coach who's been a head coach before, who works with the offense, is a CEO, and if and when that offensive-minded assistant coach were to leave, that you'd still be in capable hands with that head coach who remains. That, to me, would be the perfect recipe. But I don't know. I don't think they know what the right thing to do is here.
Well, no. All I know is that the way that clip sounded is that as much as the reporting around this is, Joe Schoen isn't necessarily safe. He makes it sound like he's safer than most people think.
Well, he certainly knows well. So I'm not going to say that that's wrong, but let's just see what happens here. And I think a complete collapse down the stretch would not do any favors for Joe Schoen either.
Right, but the way this team competes, it doesn't feel like there's going to be, I guess wins and losses won't be there, right? You're going to be 2-11 going into the bye, and then maybe you win a couple games at the end, but they've been competitive in all these games. They haven't laid down. It doesn't feel like they're going to lay down.
I just don't understand how you can hand this thing over to Joe Schoen. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean,
because maybe
I know it's repetitive,
so
but that's where I am. Like, how is it possible?
Because it had to be so bad with Dave Gettleman. Because they must have been so behind the times with Dave Gettleman that he comes in and he seems like he's a genius because of all the, all the different things that he's done with the scouting department and brought us up into, up to date with everything.
So just because the guy's functional as far as like computers are concerned and updated analytics are concerned, now you can never get rid of him?
I think he probably has conversations with ownership about how much talent, how much perceived talent that he thinks that they have, and it's not being used properly by the coaching staff. And he'll point to, hey, we found Jackson Dart, and we got Malik Neighbors, and we got Cam Scatteraboo. And, we all were in agreement that Abdul Carter was the best player in the draft. And look at the results. I made a trade for Brian Burns. He's second in the NFL with sacks. Right? We got 23 sacks. He's got 13 of them.
All right, so that's great, and that's his mantra, and that's his selling point. And my response to that is, okay, so since you've been here, what's your record?
Yeah, listen, I'm with you. You're trying to fight me. I'm with you. I would have fired him last year. But the way they're setting up the process is Joe Schoen's going to be a big part of this.
Yeah, well, at a minimum, he's going to be involved in getting the right information to the decision makers, right? At a minimum.
I don't know how many people that Joe Schoen is going to recommend in his work here that are going to want Joe Schoen not to be the GM anymore.
Right. Here's my list of guys, and I was roommates with all these guys in college.
Well, no, it'd be like you call the agent and be like, hey, if you get this job, I'm still going to be the GM, right? Yes, you are. Okay, you're in.
Yeah. How about Mike McCarthy? No, he was not interested at all. He told me he didn't want the job. He didn't want any part of the job. No. Here's the list of guys that, in fact, did, though. Let's go to Matt in Troy. Matt, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. I just wanted to say that I truly don't believe that Shane should stay around at all. I mean, he's the one that's been in charge of all these decisions. I think getting rid of Barkley, getting rid of McKinney, I just don't see any reason why we would keep him. I mean, he's make the franchise now, any stability that we've had is gone. We're trash. We can't win. We don't do anything right. And he's the one that's been leading it. And in terms of coach, I'd like to see Spagnuolo come back and bring a little bit of stability to our organization. Maybe we could even keep Kappa along as like an assistant head coach if things develop properly with Dart, over the next, 4 or 5 weeks here. But if not, I'm willing to look at anything. But I think Shane's got to go. I think he's a disaster. I like to hear you guys have
I couldn't agree with you more. I don't know about Spags. I mean, here's the thing, and everyone has this great remembrance of Steve Spagnuolo, who was awesome as a defensive mind here with the Giants. As a head coach, he was not good.
No, I don't know what the appetite is for Mike Kafka to stick around, though, too.
Why would Mike Kafka want to stay here if he doesn't get the head coaching job?
If he doesn't get this job.
Why in the world would he want the job?
Well, I guess because he thinks that Jackson Dart is a stud, and he'll have another successful year with him, and then he can get back into the coaching cycle.
So if we make you like the assistant head coach?
Well, but he already got a title upgrade going into this season.
Right, to be able to keep him.
Yeah, after what happened with you're not calling the plays anymore, I'm calling the plays, now you can call the plays, the quarterback coach is calling the play. Like, it's just been...
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I can't imagine he's going to be a hot commodity for the head coaching search this offseason.
Well, I think it depends on how this. I think it depends on how the season finishes up. I mean, all you've heard is, after one loss, right, 1 week of preparation into the Green Bay game, all you heard was great things about him from the players. So, I don't know. This is his audition. Right now.
I get it, but it's just. Do you think they're going to beat the Lions?
No.
You think they're going to beat the Patriots?
I don't think they have to beat them though. I don't.
It's got to be hard to sell like 1-6 in the final 7 games. No. And teams lining up to bring you in as their next head coach?
Well, what were you selling last year where he was a finalist for all these jobs?
I don't know.
Right. So
I have no idea. He must represent himself well, and I guess he must be thought of very well in this league.
Oh, he's a former player. I'm sure He sounds like he's very detail oriented. I'm sure he presents presents well during interviews. He's well spoken, even how he addressed the media afterwards. Right? He did enough to kind of talk about the things that he thought Jameis did well without just saying, I got to go watch the tape. Right? I got to watch the tape, but these are the things that just from watching the game.
No, he sounded like an adult, right? To be quite frank with you, Aaron Glenn could take a little bit out of the playbook of Mike Kafka.
I couldn't agree with you more. So I don't know. And then, just if the offense continues to perform well, they're scoring on these first possessions, the scripted possessions, and they're competitive with look what they're working with, man. That's... that was always my thing, and I wasn't necessarily trying to defend Brian Daboll, but it's like how many coaches would win with what they have on offense right now? The fact that Jackson Dart was successful with that offense was crazy.
It is crazy that they've had that. They'd score 20 points every single week, and we came into the season saying if they can get to 20, they can be a dangerous team. Well, it feels like they get to 20, they're not dangerous. They get to 30, they're not dangerous. They're never dangerous. Because the coaching and the defense are just so bad right now.
The defense can't make stops, no.
At all, to save their lives. Irvin in the gym. Hi, Irvin. How are you?
Morning, guys. Good morning. Listen, I think it's clear as day that Joe Schoen has to go. I don't know how ownership can bring him back. The Giants are, 41-1 in the Joe Schoen era, 5-23 since the start of 2024. That's a terrible offense right there. His 2023 draft alone are pretty much all bust. I don't think none of those players will be in the league. How are you in the top 10 in the draft every year? And, you still have all these holes and no depth. It doesn't make any sense. I really don't know what ownership is thinking. I don't know if they're just using him in the meantime and make a final decision and they let him go. And as far as the head coaching search, I think the Giants need a leader of men. My top 3 candidates will be Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, and John Gruden. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, we've discussed that. I don't know that Gruden's going to get back in. And also, I heard someone talk about this, and it's a fair point. John Gruden hasn't coached in this league, Rick, in a long time and had success.
Yeah, right.
When was the last time John Gruden had success in this league?
It's been a while.
So
I think that he's, the way he talks is he's in constant communication with coaches around the league.
I like Gruden.
Almost as like a mentor, right? Like they send him tapes. He watches the tapes. Like he's still like super involved. But, yeah, I just think what it comes down to is I don't think that ownership is really willing right now to make the kind of changes that people are talking about. I think that maybe if this thing really spirals out of control, they could be talked into it. But in a perfect world, I think they'd like to keep Joe Schoen, keep some stability, and then hire a new coaching staff.
But you can hear from just the amount of calls that we take. Nobody really wants to keep Joe Schoen.
Nobody.
Fan base wise.
Yeah, fan base wise. I think people underestimate what kind of changes they're talking about. Like how much changes, especially now.
There's a lot of change. You're changing the entire overview of the franchise is what you do.
If you think you're close, because you found the quarterback and we insert a new coach, a completely new coaching staff, and we do have some pieces. Like Joe Schoen and his staff have put in a lot of work for free agency, draft, and everything else. So by the time we get through this, and he's leading this coaching search, like you'd end up bringing in a new GM that's done none of this work, right?
That's right.
So I mean, are you affecting your draft now? Are you affecting what you're bringing in for free agency? Like I mean, there are when you change the GM, there's a lot that has to change, and I don't think especially with the health concerns and everything else, is that an undertaking that they want to be a part of right now?
Yeah, it may not be. I don't have the answer for you.
Because I think if it was, I'm sure that would be something you wanted to get started now rather than later. Right? Like we want to go through the entire coaching thing, so now what are we looking at?
I mean, in a perfect world, you'd like to keep Joe Schoen. I just don't know that he's good enough at his job to keep him.
Well, I think we all agree that he's not. Listen, we all agree he's not good enough. We haven't taken one phone call that's defended Joe Schoen. So, unless what he's doing behind the scenes is so good, or he's got such a good relationship with ownership, like as far as like list of achievements, like he's not checking many boxes
or any
to stay. Right. So, there's got to be another reason as to why he's still here and he's in charge of helping to find the new head coach. Again, I don't know the answer to it. On its face, you'd say his record is Brian Dable's record, and you start looking at a whole draft not being here and all the different things that he's done,
and all the busts, right? Yeah, absolutely.
And you'd say there's no reason for him to be here, but yet he still is.
Yes, somehow he still is here, which is mind-boggling to a lot of Giants fans and infuriating to a lot of Giants fans as well. Ray,
hi, happy Monday.
How you doing?
Oh,
you got
fantastic.
Your big game tonight for you.
Yeah, please don't embarrass me again, please.
By the way,
don't embarrass us, Raymond.
Hang on one moment. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, Tully time. Knicks travel to Miami to play the Heat, 7:30, and then at 8:15, Cowboys in Vegas taking on the Raiders.
That's right.
Which should be a good one. Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey. During today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So how do we do in the picks this week? Rick, you're what, 1-1 pending? A third
1-1 got Dallas tonight. Ray's 1-1.
No,
Ray's
0-2.
Nope. I hate it here.
RJ went 2-1.
So why would you ask what the picks are if you knew?
Well, why would he ask period? Why would he ask period?
I was opening up conversation, and your captain of the ship here, went a delightful 0-3 this
Interesting.
week.
Interesting.
0-3.
Why would you say that as I was taking a sip of wine? I almost just choked to death.
What?
RJ's ship's going down. It's not nice.
Well,
Is that Michael Ray Richardson?
The ship be sinking.
The ship be sinking?
Yeah. You were seeing the board so well for a minute.
Even these, I didn't realize J.J. McCarthy was that bad.
Listen, I picked.
RJ warned you.
I picked.
No,
RJ
I knew he wasn't great, but I didn't realize he was that bad.
Pretty bad.
To be fair, how many starts has he made? 5? I know it looks bad.
Yeah, but RJ.
Yeah,
any competent quarterback with those weapons, when they're running wide open, would hit some of them.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's terrible.
There's a chance, I don't think it happens, that Justin Jefferson suplexes him through a table.
Justin Jefferson is running out of patience, the poor guy.
And
you can see it.
I can understand. He's
so
open.
I get, maybe, you know what I'll do? Mm-hmm. Maybe when we get to the picks on Friday at 9:30, I'll take a coin. I'll let you guys pick a game. I'll flip the coin, and I'll just say heads Texans, tails Jaguars, wherever it lands is a team I'll take. Because clearly I can't do this.
No, we're not doing that.
We got to stop.
I can do whatever I want.
We got to stop. I think we all have to stop picking games involving those two teams. Because, my goodness.
I mean, is this how you're going to respond? Backs against the wall. There's still plenty
That's
of
right.
time.
Them and the Panthers.
You know, we're going to take the Joe Judge route. We're going to take the knee. Second and 7 from your
We're
3,
punting.
we'll take the knee.
You're gonna
Third
make me
and
look
7 from the 3, we'll take the knee.
You're going to make me look like an idiot, though.
Well, I won't have to try hard. Why? What happened now?
Well, during our big,
That
big
was
time
rude.
meeting,
Sorry.
during our big time meeting, the 5 pillars, I had resiliency is for number 1 for you.
I told you I wasn't resilient.
You're folding up like a.
I tried to tell you. I'm a prepared guy.
Yeah, I mean, that was that. I mean, I'm looking at it now. You got 30 picks left to dig yourself out of this hole. And second, Rick, that's the same meeting where one of the high-ranking executives that lives in Chicago said, we're going to take care of you guys this week. And Dave's response was, whatever, take it. Does that seem like a resilient man to you?
No, he's defeated.
I wanted him to win.
Yeah, he's broken.
Tap out.
I want to lose games.
Tap out.
Not with my picks. I'd like to win a game with my picks. I think I'm 1-5 in my last 6. It's hemorrhaging. Thank God for Ray. Because he stinks too.
Ray's going to win tonight.
At most,
I hate it
you're
here.
going to be 4 games out of the lead with 30 picks to go. That's a lot of opportunity.
You know, you're right. And at worst, I'm going to be 2 games behind Ray.
He loved his Chiefs pick, too. That's the problem. That's the mental struggle he's in right now. He actually liked his picks a lot.
I loved them.
Yeah.
And of course, what was the other game I said I loved? Seahawks plus 3.5.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, they cover the number.
Well, you tried to be Mr. Thursday night.
I can't do this.
You tried to be Mr. Thursday night.
I missed by half a point.
Yeah, you.
And I only missed by half a point because in the exact time that we were doing the picks, it ballooned to 13.5. It was the only time it was 13.5, and then it never got back there again. It's like someone's out to get me.
I think that the universe loves when you finish last.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
What would I have to dress up as, like you, right?
As whoever the winner is, yeah.
So I wear no clothes.
You wear a crop top, yeah.
And then you know what I'll do during the like portion of the tailgate? I'll just go missing.
Oh,
and I'll start talking to other tailgates.
You're big conduiting.
I don't go missing during the tailgate.
Well, you go missing during the show.
Yeah, but
if I'm going to be dressed as you, I got to act like you. Hey, you take your top off.
I don't go missing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Though. I mean, they're gonna have to enjoy yourself.
Right, but I'm gonna have to get into character. Where's Dave? Oh, he's with another tailgate right now. He'll be back.
Yeah. I, in the history of tailgates, am not the one that.
I'll go over to another tailgate and be like, have you heard the Zdeno Chara story? I have a great story for you guys.
You're an idiot.
And then he would run with a parachute on his back.
You were the one that left the tailgate. They built a nice little setup for you. Had all your candy, your TV, and then you were gone.
What tailgate?
At the Jets tailgate, you left.
I stayed until I had to go.
No, you left our tailgate to go steal someone's phone to watch the game, and then
the Giants were in the midst of actually an important game.
This is fun,
right? But you left, and then you had to concoct a procedure that wasn't even really true, and then you left that.
What do you mean not true?
Oh no,
you know what I mean.
You know what?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How people bought that is beyond me still.
You're unbelievable, firstly.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I got to follow up. I got to follow up to the procedure I had a day ago.
Secondly, I was told some real inside pertinent information.
Oh, were you now?
On Friday?
Here we go.
Maybe Saturday, Friday. I think Friday. And I was told, listen, you're welcome to share it with close people to you. I don't know that you should tell Rick. I said, why? He has a really big mouth.
I'm a vault.
RJ.
Come on. I keep secrets
RJ.
with the best of them.
Even if you and I are on the outs right now, I'm going to ask you this question. I'd like you to give me an answer. Rick is a vault?
I think it's a vault with some, gives up some loose change here and there.
Loose change? It's like a slot machine, RJ.
That's not true.
A vault?
Stop.
A vault? Raymond, do you consider him to be a vault?
I like that analogy. A vault that gives up some loose change.
I mean, he's going to protect the gold bars, but he'll give you a few bucks here and there.
Maybe a Rolex watch that's in a lockbox.
If you're desperate. If you're desperate. Yeah. Like Fort Knox.
No.
You can. I'm
not like
impenetrable.
Fort Knox.
Can't get in here.
You can go right in. Help yourself.
I'm locked down with secrets.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like Deontay Banks in coverage.
Exactly. That's exactly what you like.
That was not.
I'll lock you up.
That was not a great.
You are the Deontay Banks in coverage.
He goes up to meet the blocks like DeAndre Banks.
Yeah,
listen.
Runs around them.
If it just so happens that Christian Watson wants to just jump right over me and catch the ball, that's fine.
Wow.
Marv Nelson just sent an email in. Rick went missing at the Mets tailgate. Trust me, I wanted to speak with you for 20 minutes, and Rick came over to say something to you, and then he was gone. He goes to get a drink for someone else and never comes back.
I was in the tailgate area, though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't won anything yet. No one's won anything yet.
Congratulations on your victory.
You got plenty of you got plenty of time. Okay, all I need is Dallas to win tonight and cover. That's it.
That's a good strategy by you, though. Just start reverse jinxing everyone.
That's right.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hey, Raymond, Cowboys are giving 3.5 tonight, right?
Yes.
All right, so right now, because obviously you want your team to win. Right now, I give you a Cowboys win by 3. You take it?
I mean, I guess.
But, don't.
You know what? Let him speak for himself, please.
No, he's trapping you right now.
Yeah, it is a trap, and that's why he asks questions. You know, his questions always involve some sort of trap. I get it,
comment.
but
don't answer it. You don't have to answer this.
I want my team to win as fruitless as
right,
as
but
it
I'm
is.
giving you a win. You don't have to even go through the trials and tribulations of the game tonight. I'm giving you a good, solid 3-point win.
Don't do it.
Then I go 0-3.
Right.
It's terrible.
But how much does 0-3 matter to you? You can't lose to me because I stink.
Guess who?
That's
has
a great
bearing.
point. That's an excellent point by Dave. If he's still behind,
I mean, I'm like the guy from.
It's an excellent point.
What with the mush? So I'm from Goodfellas. I'm mush.
There's nothing to be gained here, Raymond. Just say no comment.
There's nothing to be lost either.
Yes, there is.
I'm giving you a win. There's something. No. Of course, there's something to be gained. I'm giving you a win.
No. What do you see? Know exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to mess with the karma of this game tonight. Don't let him do it.
I swear to God, if they lose,
Ray, and you didn't take the win by 3, it would probably.
I told you I took the win.
All right,
want the
win by 3. That's great. You know what? I hope that happens.
God,
I hope the Cowboys win by 3 tonight, just for you.
Hope they win by 4.
No, 3.
That's all you have to say. I'd like to see them win by 4. That's all you have to say.
By the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. Raymond, Ray.
Yeah.
You ready to take us around the league?
I sure am.
Terrific. Let's do that.
It's time to go around the league.
So 5 teams recorded a game-winning score on the final play Sunday. That's tied for the most on a single day in NFL history.
Wow.
We'll start overseas. Spain. First game in the motherland. Dolphins, Commanders. 16-13 victory for Miami in OT. Riley Patterson kicked a 29-yard field goal to propel the Dolphins to the win. As I said, the first regular season game played in Spain in NFL history. 6 different countries outside the United States to host an NFL game. Dolphins win consecutive games for the first time this year, improved to 3-5 in international play. Devon Achane rushes for a career-best 8 first downs. 5 of those came in the fourth quarter in OT. Marcus Mariota throws an interception on the first play of the Commanders' first possession, and the Commanders go on to their 6th straight loss, extending the longest active streak in the NFL.
That felt like a game that nobody wanted to win. And it felt like the coaches really, and I'm being serious now, didn't understand what was happening. They kept getting down into, and it's not like the game was 35-all, where you said to yourself, if we don't score a touchdown, we have no chance to stop them. It was 13-13, and they kept going for it on 4th down, like deep in opposition territory. It was not a very well-played football game, but like you said, Miami gets the win. But the coaching, I thought, was brutal in that game yesterday.
Well, in fairness to the decision to go for it on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line and get stopped was Washington still did manage to get down the field and miss a field goal to win the game. Right? So, I mean, I think we all thought, hey, just kick the field goal here and then, take the 3-point lead. But they didn't get stopped, and then Washington does get back down the field. I think it was a 56-yarder that they ended up missing. But I was listening to, because it was on NFL Network, so I couldn't get it on the way home. I couldn't get it on YouTube, so we listened to a stream on YouTube. I think it was a Washington feed.
just the audio, or you had video as well?
I don't know. I couldn't see it. I was listening to it. The level of frustration / like just giving up was unbelievable. Like I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe he just missed that. Just so everyone knows, as soon as this game is over, the stream is over. I'm shutting this thing down, and then Mariota throws the interception.
What did you just find some streamer?
I think it was just some. Yeah, like, there was like
so just some guy
streamer.
like in his living room streaming himself live on YouTube.
He was streaming the Washington game. So the stream will be over as soon as this game is over. I have nothing left to say.
Do you agree that? Well, I guess you didn't watch it that closely. I mean, the coaching in that game was horrendous.
No, I went back, so I taped it. I left midway through it, and I taped it. So when I came back, I watched the rest of it because you guys were lighting up the chat. It was not great. I will say though, I watched the John Gruden thing the other day, and he started ripping off what the Dolphins were going to do and how they were going to be right back in this thing. They were going to win yesterday. I don't think he thought it was going to be nearly as close as it ended up being.
Well, it was a 2.5-point spread, so it's not like the expectation was that they were going to crush them.
But he pointed to, so now they're 4-7. They come out of the bye. They got the Saints, and they got the Jets. They got the Steelers at home, and then they got the Bengals. I think he had them winning all 4 of those.
All right. Well, I mean, do you trust Miami to beat the Saints at home, at the Jets, at the Steelers, home to the Bengals? You trust them to win all 4 of those games when they barely beat Washington yesterday?
Well, they were playing in the motherland, as Raymond likes to call it.
Right.
I would say coming out of the bye, I would trust them to beat the Saints and the Jets.
Okay.
Probably.
Fine. I agree with you. Beat the Saints at the Jets. I don't think that's a cakewalk for them.
Well, I don't think it's a cakewalk either. But, have you seen I don't know what's happening at the quarterback position because he won't tell us. But, if Justin Fields is still playing quarterback, have you seen our offense lately?
Yeah, no, it's no good. At Pittsburgh,
that's
hardly a win.
No, I don't think it's hardly a win. But if it's Mason Rudolph, I think you get a better chance.
Well, by that point, I would imagine Rodgers will be back, no?
He's got a broken wrist, maybe.
No, it's not his throwing hand.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I know it's not his throwing hand.
Well, I know it's not his throwing hand, but how compromised is he if he's still got to take a snap?
Right. All I know is it's not his throwing hand, and I think Schefter had the tweet yesterday that they consider it to be a very small fracture. So
a slight fracture?
Right. I think was the phrase. And then Cincinnati, who knows what they'll be like at that point. Yeah. I guess if you're a Dolphins fan, you can see a path to getting some wins. I would just be surprised because they're not good, right? If they won all the games that are kind of coin flip games.
Achan's good.
He's really good.
He's really good.
Waddle's
really,
good. And Tua's capable, too. He's a decent quarterback.
I give them credit for not just folding up.
I agree with that.
GM gets fired, coaches on the hot seat, they haven't folded up.
Right, trading guys away.
Yeah.
And they continue to fight. I agree with that. Go ahead, Ray.
Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Matthew Wright boots a 35-yard field goal as time expires. Houston is 5-5. Davis Mills 2-0 as a starter this year. Leads the game-winning drive for the second straight week. 5th consecutive road win at Tennessee for Houston. That's the longest road streak in team history. Titans' 9th consecutive home loss, tied for the 3rd longest streak in team history. They are 1-9. Their worst start through 10 since 1994. Hello, Houston Oilers. Cam Ward, 194 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, lost a fumble, has at least 1 turnover in 9 of his 10 career NFL starts. Calvin Ridley exits after the first play with an ankle injury, did not return. Mike
I have an
McCoy
update
said
on that, Ray.
McCoy said broken fibula and out for the season.
There you go. Very well done. That was a tough game to watch. Both ways, offensive was very challenged. I will say, if I'm a Titans fan, at least I have some solace of hope that, down 7, late game, Cam Ward leads you on a game-tying touchdown drive. And he made that throw down the left side. It was a beautiful throw. But then you let them come back and get into field goal range and kick the game-winning field goal at the buzzer. So not a great game, not an aesthetically pleasing game, but Houston gets the win and improves to 5-5 on the season.
Right, but did you think? We were paying close attention to this one. At least I was, because Ray and RJ both had this game.
Right.
I didn't think there was any
Minus
chance.
the 5.5, right?
Right, but I didn't think there was any chance he was going to go all the way down the field and score there. And to his credit,
how could you possibly think that?
You couldn't. Because that Houston defense is legitimate.
Really good. That was an impressive drive, though.
I actually thought the Tennessee's defense played well.
They did play well, and I think they had a 6-0 lead in that game, right? Did Houston score the first 6 of that game?
Tennessee did, yeah.
Tennessee did 6-0.
That's what I mean. Tennessee scored the first 6 of that game. They had the lead slide, made a couple long field goals, and then Houston looked much better in the second half. Had that 13-6 lead, and then that fateful final drive.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I shouldn't say surprised. But Houston was supposed to be better than this, and they really haven't taken advantage. I know C.J. Stroud is out, but even when he wasn't, just offensively, they haven't been able to take advantage of having a really good defense. I know they're 5-5, but this is the Colts division now.
Oh, absolutely. Colts are going to win this division.
Bills beat the Buccaneers 44-32 for Josh Allen. He does it all for Buffalo. Throws 3 touchdowns, runs for 3 more. Second career game with 3 passing touchdowns and 3 running touchdowns. That's been done just one other time in NFL history, including playoffs, and that's Otto Graham in the 1954 NFL Championship. Buffalo 7-0 this season when scoring more than 20. They did have the 3 turnovers, though. Previously were 0-3 in games in which they committed multiple turnovers. No longer. Buccaneers have lost 3 of 4 following a 5-1 start. Wasted a great day from running back Sean Tucker. 140 total yards, 3 touchdowns. Bucs had 202 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, both season highs. Great day on the ground for Tampa Bay, but no win.
Yeah, Sean Tucker was a beast in that game yesterday. Josh Allen is awesome. I actually think that Josh Allen might be the most important piece to any team in the NFL.
He has to be, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You take Josh Allen off that team, they're not a capable football team. And that game was in jeopardy throughout for them. Like, I know you look at the final score, you're like, oh, they won by 12. They trailed in the fourth quarter. They got the touchdown from Allen when he ran it in. Then he ran in another touchdown, but Tampa Bay went up and down the field and put up 32 points and still lost by double digits yesterday.
Buffalo still has problems.
They do have problems. I mean, it must be nice to be 7-3 and say you have problems, but they really do have problems.
Yeah, they don't stop the run. They don't. I mean, I thought that going into this game that, had they had Bucky Irving, it was a game that I probably was going to take. I would have taken the points in Tampa. I didn't think that, Sean Tucker was going to go wild, but I mean, it makes sense that he would go wild against Buffalo's D. Tampa's special team stinks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's bad. Really bad. So,
and I guess they still win that division just because there's nobody else that really is going to compete for it. But then they don't look like they're great right now.
No, they don't.
And they have a tough game. And then they go to the Rams this week.
They go to the Rams, yeah.
So good luck with that. So you're going to be staring 6-5 right in the face.
That's right. And then you got Carolina, just looming.
Which I know is a weird thing to say. Will be a massive football game.
Will be a huge football game.
Yeah.
I got to look at Carolina's schedule. I haven't even looked at Carolina's schedule.
Do that. Look up their schedule, would you? Go ahead, Ray.
All right. Well, can't play this week, but I'm going to anyway.
Go Chargers, go.
No. Jags beat the Chargers 35-6. A season high in points for Jacksonville. Their 29-point win is their largest since 2017. 4 rushing touchdowns, their most in a game since 2009. 47 rush attempts, most by any team in a game this season. Josh Hines-Allen, congratulations to him. 56 career sack. That is the most in Jaguars franchise history. Chargers season lows in points, total yards, pass yards, and rush yards. Justin Herbert, this is the second worst loss of his career next to a Patriots 45-0 win in 2020.
By the way, you talked about running the football. Tootin is good. Like I think he's the better running back. He's really, really good. And I know, Ray, you'll be, Herbert, 10 of 18, 80 yards. He was not good. Nobody would be good.
Nobody was good.
I mean, that offensive line is so bad. And if he makes through the season without getting more injured, it would be unbelievable. I don't know how they're supposed to win games. I know they're 7-3 and the record is good, but I mean, the offensive line is as banged up as any unit in the league. So I guess they'll probably get in just because they're 7-3 right now, 10 games in, but they can't move the football. The offensive line is that much of a detriment to this team right now.
Right, but the interesting part of this was that last week, right? I mean, they played Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's defense felt like it just figured it out, right? And we had already seen, I think we talked about this last week, like what this team looked like. They have no Rashawn Slater. Alt came back. It looked better. Now Alt's gone again, and we all know what it looked like when they had neither of the tackles. It didn't look good, and they still find a way to beat Pittsburgh. And then you go into this game, and I said it to, I forget who I was talking to. I was like, this number doesn't seem right.
Well, we talked about on air.
Yeah, like, why is this only 2.5? Well, this is why it was only 2.5.
Oh, yeah, and they lose by 32. Yeah, they got dismantled in this game. So,
but by the way, just the Tampa's going to win the division.
Carolina's a tough schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa's 6-4. We'll call it. So they're 6-4. They got the Rams. Call that a loss, 6-5. Then their next 4 games are their next 3 games are Arizona, New Orleans, Atlanta.
Arizona, New Orleans. Yeah, that's a pretty favorable 3 games.
Right, and they got Carolina twice still too. And Miami.
I saw Washington plays Philly 2 out of the last 3 weeks of the season.
That's right.
Not that it matters for Washington,
but those
because they're done.
But you know why they did it though. But you know why they did it? Because these are the 2 teams that were going to win. These are the 2 teams in the division.
That's stupid. You can't assume. You can't assume. I hate when the NFL does that.
The Giants did it with the Eagles. It's ridiculous.
Washington's last 4 games are all division games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fine, but playing the same team twice in 3 weeks they should outlaw that. Shouldn't be allowed.
I agree.
You know exactly why they did it.
I agree.
Why they did it. I mean, I have to like it.
You shut your mouth and you like it.
No, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to just bend over and just accept anything. Okay,
you'll take it.
No, I don't like it. I'm free to speak my mind.
You'll take it from Goodell and you'll love it.
Can you not?
What?
Can you not? Bears beat the Vikings
the NFL.
19-7. Chicago fell behind 17-16 with 50 seconds left in the fourth. Cairo Santos knocks in a 48-yard field goal as time expires to give Chicago the win. Bears are 7-3, their best 10-game start since 2018. Last-second wins, nothing new for Chicago. Fifth win when trailing in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, tied with the 2016 Lions and 2011 Broncos for most since the merger. He did not attempt the pass on the game-winning drive, but Caleb Williams gets credit for leading it. So that's his fifth game-winning drive in the fourth quarter of the season, ties with Bo Nix for most in the league and most by a Bears quarterback since the merger. You guys said it. J.J. McCarthy, not really impressive. Throws a late touchdown, but still struggled. 6 of 10 for 76 yards and a touchdown in the fourth quarter, but was 10 of 22 for 74 yards and 2 picks in the first 3 quarters. 5 straight games with an interception, longest streak by a Viking quarterback since Christian Ponder.
I found this to be interesting. I don't know if you guys saw this. Caleb Williams on the day, 16 of 32. J.J. McCarthy on the day, 16 of 32. Yeah, so both guys completed at a high clip of 50%. This was some of the worst quarterback play in this game that you've seen. It was egregious how bad it was. McCarthy, he gets picked off for sport. He looks completely overwhelmed. He's got guys, Hawkinson and Jefferson running wide open numerous times, and he missed them over and over and over again. Caleb, you say he led them on a drive. They started at the plus 40 and went 9 yards. So I guess he did, but it wasn't overly impressive. The Bears can run the ball. Swift ran for 90 yards. Manungai's good. He ran for 23. Even though I don't like Caleb Williams, he certainly is very mobile and very athletic and ran for another 20-something yards. So they ran for $140, but he can, the throwing the football is where he seems
Well, they had the ball for almost 37 minutes.
Yeah, the Bears were the better team in that game.
Right. I mean, they ran 73 plays. The Vikings ran 54. Like, J.J. McCarthy is a problem right now. And you can see the level of frustration in Justin Jefferson. I'm sure that the coach is probably frustrated because there are guys that are open. Like, he has guys open. He just
and he misses them like nowhere near where they are.
Right. It looks really bad. And I don't know if the hope is that more experience fixes that. But right now, when you had Sam Darnold in your building, you had Daniel Jones in your building, and you went with J.J. McCarthy, it's not looking great.
Steelers beat the Bengals 34-12. All right, lots of process in this one. So Joe Flacco leads the Bengals right down the field for a score on the opening drive, finds T. Higgins for a 28-yard touchdown. Didn't do much the rest of the game. He finishes with 199 yards on 23 of 40. That 1 touchdown and 1 pick. 3 picks over the last 2 starts. Bengals have allowed 27 points in 9 consecutive games. That ties the 64 Broncos and 20 Chargers for the longest single streak in NFL history. Mason Rudolph replaces Aaron Rodgers in the second half. The initial concern, per Adam Schefter, was that, in the words of one source, a slight break on the left wrist, but Rodgers will undergo further testing today to determine the full extent of the injury and how long he'll be sidelined. Story of this game, Jalen Ramsey ejected with 12:49 left in the fourth after he appeared to punch Jamar Chase during a timeout. That's his second career ejection. It's also against the Bengals back in 2017. Ramsey said he struck Chase after the Bengals receiver spit on him. There's video circulating of that. It looks like a loogie. An NFL spokesman said that the league
You really break it down, right?
An NFL spokesman said the league will be reviewing the incident. Here's Jalen Ramsey.
He spit on me, so I'm going to get football after that, respectfully.
Here's Jamar Chase.
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
So what do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him.
What are you saying?
I ain't spit on nobody.
He's having this video evidence that he
looked right in that
eloquently put it, a loogie right on him, and he's like, I didn't spit on anybody.
He looked right in that reporter's eyes and lied to him with the same, conviction in which he spit at Jalen Ramsey.
This is like when they asked him that question a couple weeks ago, and he just flat out lied to them the other day in the office. Remember that?
I thought we were all trying to be vaults. What happened to that?
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
I'm just some loose change is spilling out. Sorry,
yeah, loose change. Great,
some loose change, some coinage. That's it. Is spilling out.
I don't know how it's possible that Jamar Chase thinks that no one was going to see him spit on Jalen Ramsey with the amount of cameras that they have at NFL games.
It's one thing to do it. It's another thing to be in the locker room after, be asked the question, be like, no, I didn't spit at all.
Deny till you die.
But there's video evidence
right
demanding that we know that he spit all over him.
I don't know if there's anything more disrespectful.
It's disgusting. And it's disgusting.
Yeah. Don't forget the
and that was not like he kind of spit like he went to get that one. Like he put some work in to get what he gave him.
I don't know how much work he put into it. It looked like quite a bit of spit, but I just don't like what going through your mind thinks this is going to be a good idea that I'm going to spit on somebody.
Honestly, there's nothing more disgusting than having someone spit on you.
Darnell Washington might be one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen, too, by the way.
Is that the guy that tossed the defender aside when he caught the football? That was an awesome play.
He's humongous.
He was like, just get out of here.
Yeah, see ya.
Panthers beat the Falcons 30-27 in OT. Ryan Fitzgerald kicks the 28-yard field goal to secure the win. Third game-winning field goal for Fitzgerald this season. Panthers.
You're right.
Did
you have a stroke?
The Panthers overcame a 14-point deficit thanks to Bryce Young's first career 400-yard passing day, a franchise record 448 yards to be exact. Ties a career high with 3 passing touchdowns. So he's got 10 game-winning drives in his 12 career wins, 6-4 as a starter this season. Panthers surpassed their win total from all of last season, in which they were 5-12, and that is matching Bryce Young's total number of wins for the first 2 years of his career combined. 5 straight losses for Atlanta. A big part of the comeback for Carolina was the fact that they slowed down Drake London and Bijan Robinson in the second half after big first halves for those guys. Carolina sweeps the season series.
Carolina had 5 receivers go over 50 yards. McMillan, 130. He had a massive day. Xavier Legette, 83. Dowdle had 55. Tremble had 54. Coker had 52. Bryce Young was awesome yesterday. We also didn't mention that Penix got hurt. They would have won that game had he stayed in. Kirk Cousins looks like he's really, really washed up. But that's a hell of a comeback from Carolina.
A hell of a comeback. I mean, that's an important game for them, too. So as far as keeping them right there with the Bucs. But, I mean, Bijan finally got going. I'm with you. I think if Michael Penix stays in that game, they probably win that game because Kirk Cousins looks like he's shot. But, what the hell happened to the Falcons, man?
I don't know.
I mean, they got that big win against Buffalo, and then since then, they've just completely fallen apart. That's what, their 5th straight loss now?
Yeah, they've lost 5 in a row, and they're finding ways to lose games, too. They should be winning these games.
Rams beat the Seahawks 21-19. Matthew Stafford stays hot. Sam Darnold, another turnover-heavy game, 4 interceptions. Jason Myers misses a 61-yard field goal as time expires. Would have tied the longest field goal in franchise history, which is actually done by him back in 2020, also at the Rams. Stafford, 22 touchdowns, no picks in the last 7 games. That's the most in NFL history in a 7-game span. Has not thrown an interception in 273 pass attempts. Longest streak in Rams history. Passes Drake May, by the way, in the new MVP odds at ESPN Sportsbook.
Where did you, if you have that, Ray, where did Allen leap up to after that performance?
I can get that for you in a few seconds. I do have it handy. I just don't have it in front of me. LA 8-2 now has a 66% chance to win the NFC West. Seattle drops to 7-3. They drop to 19% chance to win the NFC West. Stafford 6-0 versus the Seahawks since he joined the Rams. Seattle's 10-game win streak, that's over. They entered Week 11 as the 3rd highest scoring team despite 16 giveaways. That was tied for second most in the league. It's not really getting better for them right now. They got away with it against lesser competition, but you can see what happens against a team like the Rams. By the way, congratulations to Devontae Adams. 1,000th NFL catch. That went for a touchdown.
A local team could use a receiver like that.
Bad guy.
Sorry. It's funny, Stafford, you talk about the 2 touchdowns, but he wasn't great yesterday. I think he threw for 130-something yards and wasn't phenomenal. But on the flip side, Sam Darnold, the big game, he was bad. He got picked off 4 more times. I think if turnovers were close to being even, Seattle was the better team, but you can't get by 4 turnovers. And they didn't. No, and it's another win for the Rams in that situation.
Right. I mean, they had over 400 yards, right? I mean, as far as what you're trying to do, I would think you're going into I don't know if it's I wouldn't call it a hostile environment, but you're on the road. They've been awesome on the road. Matthew Stafford is, Ray gave you the numbers, is playing maybe the best he's ever played in his career. So I would think that, hey, we got a really good defense, but if we can keep Matthew Stafford off the field, that would be great. And they end up having the ball for almost 38 minutes. So, the fact that they turned it over 4 times and still the Rams are only at 21 points with how well Matthew Stafford has played. They hold them 130 passing yards.
The defense is terrific.
Their defense is great. The problem is, like we've said the entire time when we start doing like the power rankings, is like once we get to those big moments, what version of Sam Darnold do you get?
I actually feel badly because I'd like to see him do well, but every time, I mean, that's 3 really, really huge games in a row that he has been absolutely awful in.
Right. I mean, you get pressure on him, especially like pressure in his face, and he makes some questionable decisions.
Stafford plus 150, May plus 185, Allen plus 550, and just for the hell of it, Jonathan Taylor plus 650.
Well, that's not outrageous, though.
Nope, not at all.
So is he fourth right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Mahomes would be fifth at plus 220, 2,220.
Yeah, that loss didn't do him any favors last
No,
night.
2,220.
Plus 2,200. I don't know. What
okay. All right.
That's struggling today.
I've never heard of odds like that.
You heard me before the show. I'm struggling today.
Yeah. Well,
you're like in the midst of you're in the midst of what should be a Red Bull commercial.
Real
RJ,
brain fog this morning. Real brain fog.
And a Snickers.
Give him some wings.
I want you to hold it.
49ers beat the Cardinals 41-22. Christian McCaffrey, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. 50 yards through the air and a touchdown. 17th career game with a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown that extends his NFL record. Brock Purdy looked comfortable in his first game back from the right big toe injury. Finished with 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. No turnovers after missing 6 games with the toe injury. You've pointed out schedules, Rick, earlier. San Fran could be poised for a run here. So they have Carolina next, at Cleveland, then they're bye, and then they host Tennessee.
That's nice.
Jacoby Brissett, he completes an NFL record 47 completions, but that's on 57 pass attempts. So
47 to 57 is pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive.
I
Arizona,
can't imagine, though, that's how you want to draw it up if you're Arizona.
No, probably not.
57 times.
Not impressive is the fact that Arizona is 1-7 in their last 8 after starting 2-0.
RJ.
What's up?
Congratulations, RJ. By the way, I don't know, and I'm not saying that this affected the outcome of the game because I'm confident it did not. I don't know that I've ever seen a penalty discrepancy the way I did in this game yesterday. You have any idea what it is?
Do I have? I know when I was watching.
I know how many Arizona got. How many did San Fran get?
It was like 17-3 or something.
It was 17.
17 for 130 to 1 for 15.
Oh, we play a clean brand of football.
What are you insinuating? What are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating that
You're insinuating something.
Like that. No, I'm not.
No, I don't think he's ever seen a discrepancy like that before.
Yeah, it was
1.
It was a lot.
Right, I just when I started my statement, I said I don't think the outcome of the game would have been any different.
You never
at all.
know with you.
But I just said that. If I felt differently, I would say differently.
Yeah,
I have never seen a discrepancy in both amount of penalties and yards. 17-130 to 1 for 15, like I did in that game yesterday.
It's a lot. It's a big number.
Well, when you take in, you had 3 turnovers to that too. I think that's. You'd be hard-pressed to win a football game like that. RJ's so excited he dressed up as a picnic table today.
Ravens beat the Browns 23-16.
That's not nice, RJ.
It was mean.
I've actually gotten that before, and I haven't worn the shirt for a long time. I think since pre-COVID, probably because of that reason. But you know what? It's all I had in red, clean at the moment. So here it is.
Do you have a separate section in your closet, like post-Niners win section?
Yeah, nice red section, yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, we better get going here. I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You are. Let's speed through this. Come on.
Ravens 23, Browns 16. Fourth straight win following a 1-5 start for Baltimore. How about the Mark Andrews fake tush push spins out for the game when he touchdown?
That was a nice play.
Earlier in the game, he became the all-time leading receiver for Baltimore. So congratulations to him.
Oh, by the way, we didn't mention this because I took it out of my notes.
Mm-hmm.
How about the punt? The Rams in the Rams game.
Oh, that like landed at the one, went right up into the air and out of bounds?
That was perfect.
Perfect. Ravens, 4 of their remaining 7 games are against AFC North opponents. So you guys may have been right all along. It could be Baltimore.
Not you guys, me. Right all along.
Right all along. It could be Baltimore's division after all. Shedeur Sanders replaces Dylan Gabriel in the third quarter.
Really good.
Completed the first 2 passes, then, as you pointed out, looked like a guy who hasn't really been getting a lot of practice
He's
work.
running around for his life.
So,
he looked terrific. I mean, buy stock now. Ravens, they improved to 5-5, 23-16.
They got a good running back, though. Cleveland did hit. I think Cleveland did hit on the running back, though.
Judkins is good.
Really
good. Yep.
I thought you'd give me more analysis.
We don't have time, Ray.
Broncos 22, Chiefs 19. Will Lutz kicks a 35-yard field goal as time expires. Denver wins their 8th straight game after trailing in all of them. That ties an NFL record for an 8-game win streak. 5th fourth quarter comeback win. Broncos improve to 9-2. Chiefs go to 5-5. Worst start in the Mahomes era. Broncos 2 wins ahead of the Chargers in the AFC West. Each of Kansas City 5 losses, they are by 1 score. Last year, they won 11 one-score games. And as John pointed out in the group chat, 6 of the last 7 AFC Championship games have been at Arrowhead. Probably not going to happen this year.
Well, definitively not going to happen this year. Bo Nix was really good in this game. I took Kansas City minus the 3.5. I knew when he missed that extra point that would have put them up 4 that I had no chance to cover. But you got to give Bo Nix a lot of credit. Hit some really good plays because they couldn't really run the ball effectively. Kansas City 5-5 and a real chance that they missed the postseason this year.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Well, we'll see. I mean, certainly they're going to play as many games as possible. It's not going to funnel through Arrowhead, that's for sure.
They got. No, we don't go through the schedule. We do that later. But that was nice. The throw down the left sideline to ice it was a nice throw.
Excellent
by
throw.
Bo Nix.
Really well done by him.
Eagles beat the Lions 16-9 on Sunday Night Football. They improved to 8-2, tied with the Rams for the best in the NFC. Philly has scored 26 points in the last 2 games, fewest in 2 straight wins since 1997. 6-2 this year when outgained by their opponent are the Eagles. That's the most in the NFL. The rest of the NFL, 46-108-1 this season when outgained. Jalen Hurts is 15-7 when he throws no touchdown passes in a game.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Couple things. Dan Campbell is dangerous. Okay.
0-5 on 4th down.
He's dangerous. I mean, we'll fake punts. We'll go for it at their 3. We'll go for it at their 47. He is dangerous. Jared Goff, under pressure, might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I still don't exactly understand how Philly's able to do it, but their defense is awesome, and I guess that's a large portion. Because offensively, guys, I really feel like they've taken a massive step back from last season to this season. But they improved 8-2, and I guess if there's a blessing, it was a loss from Raymond in his picks yesterday.
Right, but that's
thanks.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I mean, in big moments, you've seen Jalen Hurts play well. Like in the Super Bowls, he's played well. It's just like I just feel like if you put them in a tough spot against a good team, they'll find a way to win. And it's not always going to look pretty. It's not going to look pretty.
They have,
like
you know what they have?
throws.
The Giants don't have any depth. They have so much depth on that team.
There are some throws he makes. You're like, oh, well, that doesn't look great. But then, I mean, you look up at the end of it, and they end up winning.
And by the way, and again, I want this for the record, Ray, so you don't jump down my throat here.
Mm-hmm.
This did not affect the final result of the game. That pass interference on the 3rd down that they called on Rocky.
It was questionable.
On A.J. Brown?
No, it was not questionable. It's criminal.
I was trying to give you some leeway.
It was unbelievable how bad that call
Now,
was.
you're not going to like this. Eagles now become the betting favorites to win the Super Bowl, plus 500. Rams plus 550.
I mean, how do you bet against them? And that was one of those ones. It's like, I mean, I was going to take that game. I was going to take the Eagles. Detroit's secondary's banged up, but that was, I mean, A.J. Brown, I mean, complains a little bit, but 11 targets.
All right, we got a break. Because now we're going to get yelled at. And I'm going to... No, I should rephrase that. Now I'm going to get yelled at. Because you guys ramble on and on and on. All right.
It's not my fault.
Great job, Ray.
Stroked out. It's not my fault.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. It's Frenzy time. 800-919-3776. Line them up. YouTube, Twitter, on the phones. 800-919-3776. Frenzy next. ESPN, New York. All right, let's see what's happening out there on the roads, those crazy roads. And here is Susie Cerrone.
Good Monday morning. Alternate side and meters in effect. Way too tough in Queens this morning. A ton of things going on. There's a stall on the Grand Central westbound at Astoria Boulevard in the center lane. A stalled tractor trailer on the LIE eastbound at the Clearview Center lane out on the LIE eastbound. Now the LIE westbound jammed into Maurice Avenue from an earlier accident. An accident on the LIE westbound at Springfield Boulevard in the left lane. You're backed up from Nassau County. George, 40 at the upper, 20 at the lower, 495 eastbound, 35 minutes. The Hotline 30 from the Turnpike, 40 from 1 and 9. Crash in Kearney, truck route 1 and 9 northbound at the Hackensack River Bridge. That is in the center lane. We're sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. Reach out, change her world. It'll change your own. Unbound.org. Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
To help those who want to be helped,
but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
It's time for a frenzy. A football frenzy.
You could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
A football frenzy. Any team, any player, any question.
All right, away we go. On the phones, 800-919-3776. In the YouTube chat, have at it. And, of course, on Twitter as well. So we got everything covered. Every single avenue covered. You ready to go? I know you are.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Let's start out on the phones. Let's start out with the man who loves the frenzy maybe more than anybody else. It's Patty in Schenectady. Patty, go.
Does McDaniels win enough games to keep him and Tua around for another year together?
You know, I thought there was zero chance. Zero chance.
You're bringing in a new GM, though. They fired the GM. Is the new GM going to come in and keep the coaching staff?
I think Tua's going to be back as the quarterback next season.
Right. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you paid Tua. But, I mean, if you're a new GM, are you coming in and keeping the coaching staff?
No. I think the only way is if you went through their schedule. If they go on some kind of a real run, then maybe you're inclined to do that. But I would say it's unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I give them credit because they haven't quit on them. But still, I mean.
But I thought no chance. Like, I thought, and now it's like, well, small chance. Justin, Jersey. Justin, Frenzy, go.
Is it time for the Falcons to start looking at new coaches again? Because I'm officially dead inside.
Yeah, I think so. He's done an awful job with this team. There's no way this team should be sitting here at 3-7. And to make matters worse, you don't even have your first-round pick.
They just hired him, though.
But has he done a good job?
No. He's not done a good job.
Has he done a bad job?
In the first place. I wouldn't have hired him in the first place.
Okay. Well, but rather than exacerbate a mistake and say, you know what, we made a mistake, move on. Now, because he's a recent hire, you just keep him?
Well, they drafted the quarterback. So, I mean, my goal now would be find someone. If we believe that Michael Penix is the future for us, we got to find someone that's going to get the best out of Michael Penix. Because you have weapons around him. Bijan Robinson is a phenomenal running back. Drake London is a really good wide receiver. I mean, you spent the high pick on Kyle Pitts. Like, I mean, you have the weapons to go, have success offensively. It's just that, what happened to the defense? The defense was playing good to start the season, too.
Yeah, well, they got pressure on the quarterback, and they stopped the run. And now, 450 yards is insane yesterday.
All right, we're talking about Jeff Ulbrich and what a good job he was doing.
Yeah, I think it's disastrous. Bobby Bugs on Twitter is a good one. CMT, what's the worst? Aaron Glenn's attitude towards the media, the Giants' defense against the run, or the Cowboys' defense?
Oh,
I think I would marry.
I think I got to marry the Cowboys' defense.
Yeah, I'd marry the Cowboys' defense.
I got to marry the Giants' defense, and then I'll trash Glenn.
But it's a good question. All three just an embarrassment.
All three embarrassment.
Let's go, Jared Morganville. Jared Frenzy, have at it.
Is there anything I can see from the Jets in the next 7 weeks to feel good about their future, or should I ask Rich?
Fight. Right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, I guess.
Ask Rich.
I guess it's fight. I just we'll see how they handle the quarterback position, what he decides to do. Apparently he's he's going to review it. But, I mean, Justin Fields, you'd be hard-pressed. I don't care who the coach is to win with Justin Fields as your quarterback.
Rashawn Hollis on Twitter, should the Bucs fire Todd Bowles? No. It's a good coach.
I'm in the presence of a Bucs fan.
And I don't think he wants him gone?
I don't think he'd be heartbroken if Todd Bowles got let go.
Ray has a couple. Go ahead, Ray.
Hi, Josh B. asks, who is the hottest head coaching candidate on the market that's not currently a head coach?
I am hot. I don't know that there is that person.
Right now for the Giants, it feels like the guy from Green Bay. From New Jersey, grew up as a Giant
college coach.
Grew up as a Giants fan.
Yeah,
I mean that's the name you keep hearing from everybody. Schrager said it. Shefty said it. And they pointed to it yesterday. What his D would look against, what his defense would look like against the Giants. I mean that's the name you hear all the time for the Giants.
Yeah, I guess. I mean you got to bring in a good, really solid offensive mind with him. What's the other question you had, Ray?
Well, I lost that one. It looks like it was deleted.
All right,
it's tough to keep track of the YouTube chat.
And the next one, I lost that one. Dan in Sayville. Dan, you're on the frenzy.
How does the NFC North play out the rest of the season?
Well, I can tell you this. And I'm not speaking for you, Rick, would be stunned if Chicago won that division. Absolutely stunned. Boy, but Green Bay's been really unimpressive. I think Detroit still wins that division, would be my guess.
Bears,
Bears still got brutal, too.
Bears still got Green Bay twice. They got San Francisco in San Francisco.
Philly on Black Friday.
At Philly. Then they go Pitt, at Philly, at Green Bay. They got the Browns to win that game. Green Bay again, at the Niners, home versus the Lions to finish.
That's Chicago.
That's Chicago's schedule.
Yeah. So, I actually think, you look at that 7-3, I actually think there's a decent chance they don't even make the playoffs.
They don't make the playoffs?
I mean, you figure you're going to have to get to 10, right?
Yeah, but how much do you trust Green Bay right now?
Not a ton. They feel like a very flawed team. Very flawed team. But the one thing I'll say is they're not gonna win that division. You agree or no?
No, I still have a hard time believing they're going to win the division. I mean, Detroit's right now. I'm looking at Detroit's schedule. They'll beat the Giants. That puts them at 7. They got Green Bay at home,
and they got that's a payback game.
They got Dallas at home. Their next 3 games are at home. They got Giants, Green Bay, Dallas. At the Rams is a tough game. They got Pittsburgh at home, Vikings, and then the Bears to finish it up. So yeah, I would say Detroit still.
Let's go to Mike in Ridgefield. Mike, you're on the frenzy.
What kind of trade package would it take for the Giants to lure Mike Tomlin or Sean Payton away to be their new head coach?
There's nothing that Denver's not trading Sean Payton.
Well, not only that, but why would Sean Payton leave Denver, where they're not on pace to be the 1 seed right now?
Right, they're not trading Sean Payton.
No.
Tomlin. What kind of package? I think it's probably going to cost you, depending on how they feel about it. I mean, a first-round pick, probably.
Would you trade the second overall pick in the draft?
No,
Mike Tomlin.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that I would do that. Corey Greenwich. Corey, frenzy, go.
Will Jared Goff hold back the Lions for a future Super Bowl?
I mean, he could. The guy's he's capable, but it has to be the right situation, right? He's got to have time. I think the weather's got to be good. He can't have pressure. He's not mobile.
No, he's not mobile, but he's got 2 good running backs. He's got a bunch of good wide receivers. The defense is banged up right now, but I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. When you watch that game yesterday against the Eagles, I mean, tough conditions, windy, cold, pressure. I mean, he's clearly not at his best. But
no, that's not where you're going to get any semblance of success from.
As far as the Rams are concerned, they went to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. They felt like Jared Goff was holding them back from winning a Super Bowl. That's why they went out and traded for Matthew Stafford.
And they're right.
And they won the Super Bowl.
Because you would take Matthew Stafford over Jared Goff every single day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Sal Duchess. Sal, frenzy.
Do you guys still think that the Chiefs could sneak into the playoffs and still win the Super Bowl? I do. Have a good day, guys.
Well, I don't think a sneak in would be. They're still statistically expected to get in. I think I saw it was 55% to get in. So I don't think it would be a sneak in. Win the Super Bowl. No, I don't.
So win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl?
Win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know if Kansas City is better than the Rams. We saw Kansas City against Philly, and I know the offense doesn't look right now. The Eagles' offense doesn't look great, but I mean AFC wise, I mean, now you're talking about having, Kansas City against Daniel Jones and the Colts, or up against
on the road, mind you.
Right, but they've gone. We've seen them go on the road.
Okay, so you think they go into Buffalo, win, into Denver, win, into Indianapolis, win?
I would have a hard time picking against them in the playoffs. It doesn't matter what Buffalo does during the regular season.
No,
Every time they play them in the postseason, they lose.
I find it very hard to believe they're going to go on the road against three really good teams and win.
Yeah, listen, I do too. But I mean, are you taking them, or are you taking Daniel Jones and the Colts?
I'm not saying they can't win one of those games. To win each and every one of those games
I'm just asking
individually,
you the question. I'm asking you the question. So we get to the first.
I know you'll find out this week.
Okay, we'll find out. But I'm saying we get to the first game. But again, we've seen Buffalo consistently beat them, and then all of a sudden the playoffs roll around, and Patrick Mahomes wins every game. Like I think until they prove otherwise.
I can't pick them to go to the Super Bowl this year if they get in.
I'm not asking you to pick them to go to the Super Bowl. I'm asking you in a game where it's the Colts versus the Chiefs in the playoffs. I don't care where the game's at.
I probably would take the Chiefs.
Thank you. That's all I asked.
And that's what I said. I can see them winning any one of those games.
But
I
then,
don't see them winning all of those games.
Right, but just think about. See, you like to think like in this like little small, little tiny little box. If that happens, let's go. Let's fast forward to the postseason. Right, that game happens. You pick the Chiefs. They win. Now all of a sudden we're going to the next game. You just watched the Chiefs beat the Colts. Right, so we take away what happened during the regular season. They just beat the Colts. Now they're playing Denver. Who are you taking?
I don't know. I think these
you're taking the Chiefs.
I think these are all coin flip games. I don't think you win 3 coin flip games.
Okay, but who's which coin are you flipping? The one that's got Patrick Mahomes' head on it, or the one that has Bo Nix's head on it?
Well, let's see. You could pick them to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not picking them to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying I'm picking them. I'm saying just put yourself like in that situation.
I understand, but in order to get to the end result, they need to win all of those games, not just one. Can I see them beating Denver and Denver? Yes. Can I see them beating Indy and Indy? Yes. Can I see them beating Buffalo and Buffalo? Yes. Can I see them winning all 3? No. I don't see them winning all 3. All right, shut it down, Ray. Nice frenzy. You know what a frenzy makes me feel like?
It makes you feel like gambling.
No, that's not what it makes me feel like.
How about
it makes me feel like bath fitter is what it makes me feel like. Hi, I'm Dave Rothenberg, and I'm here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter.
And
it's never a gamble with my friends at Bath Fitter. So what they do is they convert your bath to a shower, and they do an unbelievable job. They offer custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. How long does it take? 1 day, if that. Durable, easy to clean, no demo, no mess, lower cost than a standard replacement. Take advantage of the biggest sale of the entire year. Save up to $800 on a complete bath fitter system. See their website or call for details at Start Designing Your Bath today, like we did at bathfitter.com. I want to hear what you have to say about gambling next. 800-919-3776. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers, like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
That 3 Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org. There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo. From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Now, you were so excited about the read you had before, and I had to get my read in first. But why don't you go ahead and tell me now? Now I'm still very attentive.
Yeah, you should, because I'm Rick DiPietro.
Nice.
You know what you should do with your read? I'm Dave Rothenberg, and I'm dirty.
Why?
Well, because you need a shower. You're dirty.
Dirt. Yeah, but you make it sound like a dirty, like, ooh, spank me dirty.
Yeah, I'm filthy. Nah, I like it. All right. Well, the FanDuel Sportsbook app is your home for all your favorite NFL bets. Yards to touchdowns to who will win. With FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Tonight, FanDuel's giving all customers a 30% profit boost token. That's right. You get into the action with a 30% profit boost token this Monday night. So make FanDuel your go-to app for any snap. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to bet on the game. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
You know, you mentioned this before. Beautiful read, by the way. Just gorgeous. The whole Brownshire thing just continues to pay dividends for you. I'd like to do this right now. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl again, I'd like to take that week off.
No.
Yeah. It's in February. It's a slow time in sports. I'd like to request it now. I'm going to take that time off.
Nope.
Yeah, a week. Nope. I'll probably go to
Aruba,
Guam, somewhere like that.
So you've heard Guam in February is beautiful.
People tell me if you're going, not that you would definitely go to Guam, but if you were going to go to Guam, the time to go is in fact February.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's nice.
So yeah. And we'll because there's not a tremendous demand there. So if they win on like a Sunday night, we'll book it right there. We'll ship out Monday morning.
Right. Maybe just jump on like Expedia or something. You'll probably find a nice cheap flight.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to let you know, John, no, RJ, no, Eagles win again. I won't be here for that week.
By the way, new show for you. I'm sure you've heard of it. I started it yesterday. The Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Very good. Very good. It is got it's got Chris Pratt's in it.
Oh, I like Chris Pratt.
The kid Taylor Kitsch from Friday
I
Night
love
Lights
Taylor
is in
Kitsch
it.
from the Friday Night Lights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
really
very good.
Really good first episode. Really good.
Interesting.
Very.
You know what else is interesting?
Yeah.
When your head coach speaks, I take notice.
Of course you do.
Aaron Glenn, he spoke on Friday. He said everything is up for discussion as far as change.
You know what? I'm evaluating everything, Rich, to be honest with you. And I'm evaluating myself, the players, schematics, coaches. I'm evaluating everything. So I don't want to just place everything on that one situation. I'm just looking at everything because as a head coach, that's my job, right, to make sure that I put this team in the best position to go win games.
Wow.
So everything's under the microscope now.
Everything. Quarterback, himself, all of it.
Running backs, wide receivers, defensive line, you name it. He's watching you nonstop.
All of it. At least he actually, he addressed it was Rich, which was nice.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah.
I got to figure Tyrod Taylor's going to start this week.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Although he did say that he liked some of the things that Justin Fields did.
Listen, the athleticism for Justin Fields is terrific. It's just
right, but we're trying to protect him, so we can't go to that well too often.
In a perfect world, want to run him too much, but you can't keep trotting out. Let me ask you this: you're big into the locker room dynamic of things. If you were on the Jets and you watch both of these quarterbacks practice and know what they're capable and then not capable of doing, could you just continue to give the same effort and motivation if they continue to trot out Justin Fields as quarterback?
The same effort. I like to believe that we're all giving max effort, but no.
Okay,
there would be a level of frustration. No, there would be a level of frustration. We're. The intention of everybody inside that locker room is we're going to do whatever it takes to win, right? My effort directly affects your effort and his effort. It's the beauty of playing team sports. And the coaching staff the entire time is talking about how, we're trying to put you guys in position to win every game. That needs to be the goal. And if I got guys playing that don't deserve to be playing, especially in a sport like football where the quarterback is the most important position, and we don't necessarily feel like this guy's giving us the best chance, yes, that would affect – I would imagine that would affect the I guess it does affect the effort just because of all the other stuff that comes along with it, but I would have a hard time.
As a neutral observer, I'm sure you feel this. I'd like to see Tyrod Taylor. What does it look like with Tyrod? I haven't seen him. What does it look like with him?
Well, you were supposed to see him, but he got hurt.
Right. And that's no fault of anybody. There's nothing you could do in that situation. But, now I've seen enough. I know I have the answer on Justin Fields.
Yes.
Justin Fields is not good. Justin Fields is very athletic. He can't throw the football consistently to save his life. And I would like to see what it looks like with a different quarterback. I don't think that's an unfair request.
No, I don't think it's an unfair request. I think that he would probably point to, if it ends up being Justin Fields again, I think he would point to, a couple of the good throws that he did make that were dropped. Right? The throw to A.D. Mitchell down the left sideline that was dropped. The one across the middle that was dropped. So, they also didn't do him any favors, but still, I'm with you. Kirk Herbstreit on the call said the Jets' best pass play is when the quarterback runs it. So, that's not I don't think that's what any of us are looking for. Especially when we don't want to run him too much because we don't want to hurt him.
But what I don't understand about that whole concept is, of course, you don't want him to get hurt.
He's not an NFL quarterback.
But if there's any quarterback that you could absorb getting hurt and going to the backup, wouldn't it be him?
Yeah. There is no. We didn't draft him. He's not. He's not going to be the franchise quarterback as we're moving forward. He's already shown us that. So, if we're going to use him and we're going to keep going back to this well, we got to use him to get the best out of him. Which
right. Use him the way that you get the most out of him, which is to have him run the football.
Right. But but it's not even for me. It's not even just that he can't consistently throw the football. It's all of. It's all of it. It's. 3 minutes left, you're down a couple scores, and there's no sense of urgency. He's just not, he's not equipped to be an NFL quarterback.
He's not a winning NFL quarterback.
No.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, and we'll jump back into the Giants. It was competitive. It was somewhat entertaining, and in the end, they do what they do, which is find a way to lose. We discuss it next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
We're not talking about Belichick seriously enough.
He's a horrible talent evaluator because he's evaluating people based on some stuff that he did when he was a coach of Cleveland. That's the problem. He hasn't been able to hit the refresh button. How many of these modern, young, innovative minds can he attract? Who wants to work underneath the way that he treats his assistants? You know what I'm saying? How he talks to people. The environment in which he creates.
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Listen up, football fans. Ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
Hey, this is Mika Kafka.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Here's Winston, loading up, gotta hurry, hit from behind. Ball is out, and this game is over.
We can blame Brian Dable for it, and he should be blamed because he hired Shane Bowen, but how much of this is the cornerback coach is not doing a good job, and the defensive line coach isn't doing a good job, and Shane Bowen's not doing a good job?
I would buy into all of it.
Our defense is battling. At the end of it, we got to make a couple more plays.
Got to make better plays, bigger and better plays.
And the consistent theme around the Giants, guys, is their inconsistency.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Tell me if you've heard this before. Giants play a decent football game, compete most of the way through, and they lose in the end. Are you new to this story?
What story?
Giants play a pretty good football game, compete most of the way through, and then find a way to lose in the end. You've heard that story before, right?
I feel like I've watched that movie.
Yeah, I've seen that movie numerous times. I will tell you this. Bears, furious. Broncos, as angry as I've been in years. I took this like a champ yesterday. Like, all right, what channel is this on? What channel is that on moving forward? Like, I don't even care.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Giants fans that don't care at the moment, and I think that there are some that probably are interested to see if Mike Kafka could be the solution moving forward. But, I mean, it looked a lot similar to what the Giants' losses this season have looked like.
Yeah, they can move the football. They put up points, which is exactly the opposite of what you anticipated this season. And in the end, their defense is just not good enough. You question the coaching, and you lose again to a team that's probably better than you.
Yeah, well, not probably. I mean, they are better than you. Green Bay is better than you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, I think the conversation surrounding the Giants right now isn't necessarily, game to game.
No.
Right? But it starts with the coach. I mean, and you can look at a couple decisions that he made. I don't understand why he's the one that had to make those decisions. Right? Like, I mean, Jameis Winston starts. Of course Jameis Winston starts. Who the hell is showing up to that game if Russell Wilson is starting?
Nobody. But
Nobody.
If they don't fire Brian, let me ask you this then. If Brian Daboll wasn't fired after the debacle against the Bears, who's your starting quarterback yesterday?
I still want to believe Jameis Winston.
I don't know that's true.
Yeah, but again, we keep going back to the same thing, and I can't answer it. I just ask the questions, and I feel bad. How is that possible, though? How is it now that Kafka's going to be the one that that steps back and evaluates things, and maybe Shane Bowen's not here anymore because he stinks? That didn't just happen, right? Like Shane Bowen doesn't all of a sudden now just stink. So why would it be Kafka as the one that does the firing or changes that?
It doesn't make any sense.
Or he changes the quarterback.
No, I don't have the answers. I mean, the problem is they can't even seamlessly have a moving on from the head coach and the decisions that'll be made. You question all of it with this team, and you question all of it because they haven't gotten it right in such a long time.
Right, but they have got the quarterback right.
The quarterback was a home run,
and now it's figuring out what's in the best interest of not just him but the entire team. And you got multiple sides to this thing. I mean, there is I'm sure a group of people inside that. Forget what the fans want, right? I mean, we'll take calls and they can tell us what they want and everything else. But that's not, at the end of the day, that's not going to matter. What's going to matter is what the office wants, what John Mara wants. And is it someone that's a CEO, and we don't care if it's defensive or offensive, and then he'll hire a great coaching staff? Or are we going to lean offensive guy because we got the quarterback and we want to make sure we get the best out of him? I think there are two schools of thought with how you're going to make this hire, but the idea, I think, for a lot of Giants fans that it's Joe Schoen that's going to help with this process doesn't give you much faith that they're going to get it right.
No, and therein lies the problem. Not that they would get it right anyway, because track record-wise, they never get it right.
Right, but I mean, you have as good a chance now as any because you have the quarterback.
Correct,
and you're going to have a high draft pick too.
An attractive level to this job. But how is any Giants fan supposed to, get at their pom-poms and be excited knowing that the leader of this search at the moment is a guy that you think is incompetent?
It's hard to believe in something like that. And I just don't know how the process is going to work. I don't know exactly what Joe Schoen is doing. I don't know how far along they get in this process before, he gives his suggestions to ownership. Am I to believe now that it's going to be, hey, coach gets hired, Joe Schoen is a part of that, and now the coach helps me decide as an organization if Joe Schoen's my GM? And then, when does that happen? Because, again, we have, quarterback going into year 2. We do have some talent, not enough talent, but do I want to bring in a whole new regime this close to the draft? Especially when we're going to have, as high a pick as we can potentially have, and then free agency? I brought up the Patriots. The reason why the Patriots are one of the best teams in the NFC right now is because they got the quarterback, just like you have the quarterback. They hire the right coach with the right offensive coordinator. But look, again, I pointed to look at the moves they made this offseason. They had some talent, but then the level of talent that they added to this mix to go along with the quarterback and the coaching staff is why they're having so much success. So do you want to, all of a sudden change the entire coaching staff, so new system and everything else, on top of now whole front office, and say, hey, we'd like to take a nice, a big jump in year 2 and give them how much time to handle a draft and free agency? None. Zero.
You have to immediately make – I don't care who the GM is and who the coach is. Next season cannot be, all right, well, yeah, we're heading in the right direction and we won 5 games. No, I expect the Giants to compete for a playoff spot next season. I don't care what happens the remaining games this year. I expect this team, with this quarterback and Neighbors coming back and Scadaboo and a competent head coach, to compete for a playoff spot next year. And if that's crazy, then call me crazy, because that's what I expect.
Right, which is fine. Which is I'm sure every Giants fan expects that. I'm just saying, how realistic is that? Does that happen? How realistic is it for that to happen if all of a sudden, once we get through this coaching process, now we fire Joe Schoen and we blow out the front office?
But okay, fair. But here's the rub.
How
realistic
in New England, you kept
is it to happen if you keep Joe Schoen and he's the one that makes the picks in this draft?
I don't like that option either.
So you don't like any option?
Well, what I would have liked was I would just like the option where it's just, hey, we're gonna start fresh. We're gonna just clean house.
Right, but I guess they're saying if we do that, then what do we do? Who do we put? Who's the GM?
Who's in charge? Who's taking us through this?
Right. Who is the person that's going to lead the charge for this new coach and put a list together and kind of be the adult in the room? We don't even have that then.
Right, and I just think because of the circumstances also with Mr. Mara's health concerns and everything else. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough spot. I don't get the sense right now, because I think they will be competitive, that there is an appetite to make the kind of changes that you want.
That's
where you're blowing
real
out the entire
unfortunate.
building.
Sean Zittel emails in, hey, guys, I love you, but you're driving me insane today. The Giants did look a lot better yesterday. They had their third-string quarterback. First of all, stop with the third-string quarterback. He's clearly a second quarterback on any team. With backup running backs and wide receivers, these are not backup running backs. These are competent, capable running backs. Receivers stink. And still put themselves in position to tie the game at the end. They controlled time of possession. There weren't any stupid coaching mistakes we've seen the last few weeks.
Wasn't
Even
a great
though it was
challenge.
a loss. To me, it was a decent first step. Bowen still stinks, plays too much soft defense, but that was a Dable hire, not Joe Schoen. Give Kafka and Schoen at least a chance. The last few weeks, we continue crying about everything. Dable was a hot mess. Love you guys, Sean. All right, listen, he has the next 6 weeks to kind of explain what he's going to be to us, but, I mean, to me, that was a lot more of what we've seen over the last, first half of the season.
Yeah, I can't sit here and tell you that I watched that game and thought, what a terrific job Mike Kafka was doing.
No. He didn't do a terrific job.
It didn't look that much different to me.
It looked the same.
It looked the same. I mean, if you want to give him credit for starting Jameis Winston, then yeah, give him credit for that.
And then,
if you want to give him credit for
we
holding,
haven't really spent a lot of time on is this whole Abdul Carter thing. This is weird. Like, you're going to punish him. You punish him for 6 plays. What did he do? Like the whole thing is very unsettling.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that if you're in the camp that Brian Dable wasn't holding guys accountable, especially the better players, right? So you have a third overall pick that said something, well, whatever he did, that the head coach didn't like, and the head coach wants to set the tone that no one's above being held accountable. Then I think you give him credit for that also. I think the challenge was a good challenge. It's game 1, man. I think that there's so much hatred for Brian Dable right now, which is fine, that you'd point to anything to make yourself feel like, this is
like you're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, which again, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think those same people are probably the ones that don't want to necessarily mess with what's going on with Jackson Dart, and the idea of keeping some form of continuity is nice. Seems like the players responded to him. Like, not in a win, but, I mean, they haven't stopped. I mean, they didn't quit on Brian Dable.
No.
They still compete. They still fight. What I will say, though, is, like, all the things that they've said leading, after the game about the week of preparation are a good sign for Mike Kafka, right? The fact that he's played, the fact that he's, consulted with the leaders and kind of let them take control of this thing, and then he's the one that ultimately, makes all the decisions. But yeah, they're going to be 2-11. I can't foresee them winning the next 2 games.
No.
And then they'll go into their bye, having lost, 3 straight with Mike Kafka.
8 straight games going into the bye. 7 straight games going to the bye, by the way, which is pretty remarkable.
3 with Mike Kafka, and then we'll see what the next 4 weeks looks like. I mean, I guess in theory, if the Giants wanted to fire Joe Schoen, they do have guys that are capable. I mean, Brandon Brown's a name that we've heard when teams are looking for GMs,
right,
that could have kind of brought you through this thing. But I don't know. I don't know how. Again, I don't think people recognize how much change actually happens when the GM is fired. Now, teams do it. It's doable. It's fine. But, I think the other thing probably playing in his favor is how bad it was with Dave Gettleman. It wasn't an extreme. Right. It's not a high bar to clear to make it look that much better.
Do you keep your job because the guy before you was so bad? Like, that doesn't seem like a great way to keep your job either.
No, I don't think it is at all. I also I've also been in situations where what seems clear to clear and evident to most people isn't necessarily what the person that's making the decision sees. Do you know what I mean? Like, it may seem like, hey, this is a no-brainer. This guy's not very good, and then because of the relationship, the one making the decisions doesn't see it the way you see it. On top of the health stuff now, which completely changes things
it's
too.
a big deal. It's a big deal. Let's go to Mike in Westchester. See what's on his mind this morning. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Hey, Dave. What's going on, man?
Good.
Couple things on the Giants' defense, if you guys don't mind. So, first off, I think Shane Bowen needs to be gone this week. The dude is terrible. And if you remember back, he was like, our 3rd, 4th, 5th choice for DC back when the hiring process took place, post-Wink. He's got to be gone. Dude sucks. Second thing is, our secondary might be the worst in the league just on pure ball skills. How many times do we see a receiver catch a ball right on top of our guy's head, whether it's Flott
multiple times yesterday,
or Corey Black, or it's just the 50-50 balls. Where are their ball skills?
It's terrible.
Turn
and
around,
you watch
look
all
at
these
the
other
ball,
games.
get your hands up.
Right, you watch all these other games with the defensive backs, and they're knocking the ball away and they're swiping it away. And it's like, how come the Giants aren't capable of doing that?
Well, because their player. Deontay Banks isn't very good.
No, he's really, really bad.
Flott's been a bright spot. There were a couple different times where you don't get turned around. The secondary's not good, and you thought that bringing in now Debo's hurt, but bringing in a Debo and Holland would help that, and it just hasn't. Like, the defense hasn't been nearly as good or as effective as people thought it was going to be.
No. We and led by me, by the way, had the conversation this offseason of how is this going to be a top 10 defense in the league? And, Carter and Thibodeau and Burns and Lawrence. And, it's an embarrassment of riches at the defensive line. And, yeah, in name it might be, but in the way they play, it's certainly not an embarrassment of riches. It's just an embarrassment.
Yeah. Listen, the game-winning touchdown. That's in a double coverage, and you don't have. He goes up over Flott, and then Belt never got turned around. So it's a good catch.
It was a great catch.
Still,
but teams always seem to make great plays against the Giants. Why is that? Because the Giants never make plays.
Defensively, no, they have not been nearly as disruptive. Now Brian Burns has, right? Brian Burns. I think what did I say? He got 23 sacks. He's got 13 of them.
Right. That's pretty remarkable that he has more sacks than the entire team combined, not named Brian Burns.
Well, listen, Abdul Carter's got half a sack.
It's unbelievable.
That wasn't the expectation.
No. If I would have told you he's going to have 9 sacks this year, you'd be like, I think he could do more than that, right?
Well, he's got the pressures, and there are things you could point to. I think that when they run, when him and Burns run games, and it seems like Burns has been the one that's benefited from that. But still, and now to get benched, what are we doing?
Right.
It's like you got a new coach taking over. The last thing he wants to do is deal with one of his, his third overall pick, having to bench him and then answer questions about it. It's just another distraction that no one needs to deal with.
Of course it is, and it's completely unnecessary. Now, I understand he's a kid, and it's his first year, and he's from Penn State where they did a lot of winning, and now you're on the Giants where you're doing a lot of losing.
All these guys have done a lot of winning where they played, though.
Of course. Here is Kafka on Carter's performance after the benching. Yes.
Yeah, he played his butt off. He practiced his tail off, played his butt off. I'm really happy about Abdul and excited to watch him continue to grow and continue to play a lot more as a pro.
And was that exactly the original question was? The original question was, are you trying to set an example there? Is that important to you to do that?
I love Abdul and what he brings to this team, the skill set he has. This guy loves ball. I'm excited again to watch him attack this week of practice and continue to work and grow and be the great player that I think he is.
Oh, you hear Jordan just battling in there?
Oh yeah, he's not afraid.
No. That was a loose ball on the floor, and Jordan's like, I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to pass it to one of my guys because my question will be answered.
Jordan goes into that media session thinking that he is the most important media member in that session.
That he's the alpha.
He's the guy.
Yeah. Well, look what we have. We have the Ask Rich, and we have Jordan, who's he's dominant.
Dominates. He's not going to be shouted down. There's no way.
No.
Ask Rich.
Yeah, I got to tell you though that I don't know what happened, but that's the last thing you want to be dealing with.
It's inexcusable.
Right.
And don't give me that it was a small nothing, because if it was a small nothing, he wouldn't have been made an example of. Because you think Kafka, in his first ever foray into the NFL, his goal is let me not allow my supposed, alleged, hopefully one day superstar player to not play for 6 plays? No.
But I also recognize though too, if one of the things that as he's sitting there being the offensive coordinator feels like is missing is accountability.
Correct.
That
I'm not saying he did the wrong thing. I'm just saying I'm sure that wasn't what he wanted to do.
No, of course
his
not.
Foray into coaching in the NFL.
Right, but if presented the opportunity, it's more. It definitely is more of a statement when you bench someone like that as opposed to someone that's not really participating.
Well, it's not even newsworthy then.
Right. Now let's see if it works.
Well, we'll see.
Right? Let's see if that was the kick in the ass that he needs.
It did make it sound like that he loves him, so we'll see. You've heard nothing but good things about Abdul Carter. Not like you've heard him as a problem or someone doesn't care or doesn't give him the effort. Just the results haven't really been there.
No, but listen, has Dexter Lawrence been good this season?
No, nobody's been outside of Burns. Who's been good?
Right, but I mean, I remember having these conversations when we're going through what you expect from the Giants. It's like, yeah, listen, the pass rush, like on the surface, should be good when you look at the names attached to it. But like, let's recognize that like there are other things that are going to have to happen for the pass rush to be as dominant as you would hope it would be.
See, this is the problem with
or as
me,
effective.
Though. You got to save me from me. Don't let me get excited. When the Giants,
no, but I like you excited. You're better excited than dead.
It's no way to live. I don't want to be like, oh, look at this. Look at what they did this offseason. They got this, they added that, and then next year it's like, well, they still can't stop the run. No, don't let me get excited. I'm not getting excited anymore.
Well, but those are important things, though, and I like you excited. I don't want you dead inside. I hope they get the right coach, and you're all fired up, and we go into the season, and you're full of life and energy.
I want to be excited.
But, like, those are things that we talked about. Like, is the secondary going to be good enough to hold up? Are they going to stop the run? Is your offense going to score enough points?
The offense scores enough points.
All right, but your secondary stinks and you don't stop the run.
That's right. And therein lies the problem. RJ?
Hi.
Well, you were ready to go there.
That's right.
I'm going to need you to make this commitment to me. Don't let me get excited anymore, okay?
Okay.
That was very
I'm surprised
half-hearted.
RJ is paying attention. He was in talks to, he's actually thinking about letting his his refrigerator go.
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
You still got good years left of that fridge.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you guys were talking over the break. I mean, because John knows all. He's now an electrician and a tradesman, and he's talking about like the lifespan. he's talking about the lifespan of some of the things you might have around the house, and he's telling me about his garage fridge and his washer and dryer.
You know you're living good when in my garage fridge.
Yeah, and I was like, well, how long do you expect to get from these things? And he said, I don't know, like 10-ish years. And I was like, well, my fridge has performed really well. It's going on 6 years, so it's now the time to sell.
No. Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, do you want to give the fridge a second contract, though, or you move on now?
You're not giving it a second contract. You're just keeping it employed now.
Well, no, but I mean, listen, it's performed well. It's healthy. It wants more antifreeze, and it might be time to move on.
Why would it be time to move on?
What you worry
Stick with your fridge until it starts to show signs of age, and then move on.
What you worry about is how the stove will respond. How the microwave will.
So you're worried about the kitchen's response to moving on from the fridge?
Yeah, I do. I mean, they all came in together. That's my draft class. Yeah. Got everything together. Dishwasher.
You feel like you drafted well?
Yeah.
Better than Shane.
A little bit better.
Who would be the Evan Neal of that class?
Oh, it's a tough question.
Or maybe you don't have one.
Well, actually, it would be the toaster oven. That's the only piece that's been replaced.
Really?
Yeah, we cut bait early.
I'll tell you right now, I can promise you this. If we broke down our kitchen at the studio, at the station, that toaster's Evan Neal.
Oh, definitely.
That toaster, all show, no go.
Because it looks beautiful.
Show pony.
Right? Like Evan Neal, you see him. Remember Saquon saw him? He's like, who's that guy? Get him for me. They get you that toaster, and then it's mirrored, and it's confusing.
But there was proven production from the toaster in that case. Like you saw it look good in college. What happened?
I don't know.
I think what you got to do is you got to feature that toaster, like make it look really good, and then sell quick.
Sell the toaster?
The problem is you can't make that toaster look good. It takes 9.5 minutes to toast bread.
RJ, we tried to make those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, put the bread in, the numbers pop up, 9 minutes. Who has that kind of time?
Well,
I might have made a roast. Well, 9 minutes to toast bread?
Then it's time to check the dead cap and just move on then.
Move on from that toaster.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of moving on, would you like to run point now on stuff that you missed?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, let's go.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it!
See ya!
Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Oh, that's right. So we'll catch up on some injuries around the league yesterday. Aaron Rodgers sounds like he has a small break in his wrist. Not sure on how long that will keep him out. Michael Penix Jr. left with a right knee injury in that lost to the Panthers.
Are you allowed to play with a cast or not anymore? You used to be allowed to. I don't know that they let you do that anymore.
I don't know that it's whether or not you would be allowed or whether it's safe to.
Well, I guess it depends on the position. I mean, they wrap it up.
Yeah, I would imagine that the cast would involve his thumb.
Is he going to play with a club?
Right, I know, because then we have to take the snap.
Yeah, that becomes an issue.
It would be jarring to see a quarterback with a club on his offhand.
Well, go back to Arch Manning play with a full arm cast.
Yeah, that was wild.
Archie Manning.
Archie. Yep. That didn't go well for Arch over the weekend.
He was a great athlete.
Arch over the weekend. Texas kind of wrote me back in.
I didn't think Arch looked bad in that game.
No, but I mean, Texas as a whole. I mean, that game was close in the third quarter, and then
It was 14-10.
Yeah.
Then Kirby Smart went crazy. His inner Dan Campbell came out. He's doing
Onside
onside
kick.
kicks and going for it on fourth downs. It's crazy.
Georgia always falls behind early, and then they just storm back. Lane Johnson left again. It feels like every game he leaves for the Eagles. J.K. Dobbins likely done for the season. He's on IR with a foot injury. And Milton Williams, he was put on IR after the high ankle sprain he suffered against the Jets. Bengals rookie defensive end Shamar Stewart, he's also on IR. He's going to miss the next 4 at least. And Travis Kelce, losing effort, but he sets the Chiefs' all-time touchdown record with 84, passing Priest Holmes. We mentioned some college football, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M off that 27-point comeback against
What a comeback that was.
South Carolina, largest in school history. Good time for it. Those are your top 3. Georgia 4. And Ole Miss rounds out the top 5 with Lane Kiffin, who sounds as non-committal as it gets when it comes to his future at Ole Miss. All he'll say is he loves Ole Miss. So
What's not to love?
Yeah.
RJ, what happened to your guy?
DeBoer?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I mean,
I told you.
They got a ton of wins over ranked teams. I mean, you can't beat them all.
Okay.
Yeah. Not as good as Mike Elko, who finalized a 6-year extension. Things are going well for him.
Mike Elko is phenomenal.
I love the look of Mike Elko because in the world of, like NFL coaches, all the young trendy guys, they all look cool and they wear their slim fit pants, and he looks like he's going to order 16 pizzas, put on a pot of coffee, and watch tape till 4 a.m. And I like that.
That's your kind of guy?
Yep.
That's the coach you're looking for, huh?
That's right. Virginia Tech, by the way, in early talks, but promising to possibly make James Franklin their next head coach.
I could have sworn for the last however many weeks I've seen that him tied to.
He's been
Virginia Tech.
I actually think that's a really good hire for them.
Great.
Because I mean, leading one of those power programs may not be great, but leading a Virginia Tech, get them back to respectability at least.
And he'll do it.
It's kind of like you with Mike McCarthy, though, right?
Exactly that. Yep.
Yeah. Josh Naylor and the Mariners agreed to a 5-year contract. Michael Porter Jr. dropped 34. The Nets beat the Wizards, a matchup of previously 1-win teams. That is the 11th straight loss for the Wizards.
They are really bad.
Also really bad to the Pelicans. They fired Willie Green after he oversaw a 2-10 start. LeBron back at practice today for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, meanwhile, for the Mavs, going to miss at least another week. Good weekend for St. John's, number 13. They beat up on William & Mary in the world of men's college hoops. Hockey, Lucas Raymond scored late. Georgetown won.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Clemson.
Yeah.
Big win.
Really?
Yeah, really. when you're struggling, trying to get yourself out of the disaster that has been Georgetown basketball, a win over Clemson is a massive win.
Massive.
Okay.
All I wanted was just a mention.
They won.
St. John's gets the mention. Georgetown, Bupkis.
Well, they're not here, but yes.
Georgetown, Washington, D.C. area team.
Okay. Tell that to Peter.
Fair.
Half the show is about Jaden Daniels. I can't get a mention.
Lucas Raymond scored late in the third. Wings beat the Rangers 2-1 in MSG. No Mike Sullivan coaching that game for personal reasons. Hope all is well in his world. Scott Wedgwood made 28 saves for the Avs, who are red hot. Point streak up to 10 games, 4-1 win over the Isles. But in the game prior to that, Matthew Schaefer, who's just electric to watch, became the youngest NHL player ever to score a regular season overtime game winner. I feel like we're hearing a lot of that.
18 years old.
He's special, and you can tell it immediately, too.
News came out, I believe, Friday on this. We haven't talked about it. Jack Hughes. So he needed finger surgery after he was cut by glass at a team dinner, and he's going to miss the next 2 months.
That's not great.
That's not good at all.
That's not what you want.
Winger Adrian Kempe and the LA Kings agreed to an 8-year, $85 million contract. Gio Reyna scored in his return to the U.S. men's national team lineup in a 2-1 win over Paraguay. You know who else scored in that game?
Chichito. Belugan.
Lauren Belugan.
That's right.
Nice. Belugan. Put one in the old onion bag. That's a soccer term.
Yeah, that is a proper term, I guess. Jake Paul and former heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua are going to fight.
Never did like the term.
On December the 19th. Justin Thomas had surgery to relieve back pain as well as in his hip. He's going to miss the start of the 2026 golf season. And Jannik Sinner beat Carlos Alcaraz to defend his ATP Finals title.
It was a beautiful match. Why are you laughing?
He likes onion bag.
Because you're an idiot.
That's what they call RJ. Tell him that's what they call it.
It is a well-known term. Yes.
I mean, it's a thing some people use. Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you're in the soccer community,
you're in the soccer community.
You pick up little pieces and then you regurgitate them. Yeah.
You know who else I feel like uses that term a lot?
Marcel Chichito
and
Mario Pancetta.
Both of them.
That's the same guy, you know.
You'd never know, would you?
You wouldn't. Team USA, they're how are they now? Are they decent or they still stink?
Expectations are high. I don't know what that'll amount to.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, World Cup on U.S. soil.
Is it next year?
Yeah, next summer.
Next summer.
Here.
Wow.
You
So
guys get the
expectation. All right, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
They will get out of the group stage.
Oh, it'd be a massive failure if they don't.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Massive.
And when does that? Don't they have that whole thing where they pick out the teams at some point soon?
Yeah, next year.
They don't do it till next year?
I don't have a date for you. I'll find out for you.
I think Gross asked me the same question that you asked RJ like 8 months ago.
What?
Like that was the question. Quick, does the U.S. make it out of the group stage? I was like, really?
He asked you though?
Yes. I was like, why?
But I would ask you because I don't. You're not a big. But RJ loves soccer.
Why are we talking about that now?
Well, because he mentioned the team.
No, you mentioned it.
Why?
So, actually, it may be in December. I'll get you an exact date. So maybe I thought it was early next year. Maybe it's
I
in
think
a
they
month.
do it well in advance.
Well, they do, but I thought it would be like a January, February.
Oh.
It could be in December though.
Oh, that would be nice. Well, that's soon.
Yeah.
That's why I asked these questions.
That's a pertinent question.
Very much so. All right, are you done? I don't want to rush you.
Yeah, looks like early December. So good call.
That's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Relax.
It's right here.
What do you mean, relax?
Let's get to Thanksgiving first. before we
December
start getting
the 5th, I think.
to December.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Thank God. If I didn't mention that, we would go without having any idea that this is they're drawing the.
You know what? That's a good call by you.
groups.
Well done.
Thank God for me. All right, let's take a break. 800-919-3776. Maybe I wasn't listening great. Did you even mention OG Anunoby?
I did not.
Oh, that's shocking. Let's remedy that next. DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Football Monday. Here is Susie Cerrone.
What a bad guy.
Monday morning, alternate side and meters in effect. Way too tough in Queens this morning. An accident on the LIE Westbound at Queens Boulevard, a box truck in the center lane. A stall in the Grand Central westbound at Astoria Boulevard in the center lane as well. Inbound George about 35 for the upper 20. The lower, the Lincoln is 25. The Holland 30 from the Turnpike 40 from 1 to 9. Accident on the Staten Island Expressway eastbound at Slauson Avenue, blocking a lane. Huge delays with that. There's a crash on the Belt eastbound at Knapp Street. One on the Parkway northbound at 135 in Clark in the left lane. We're sponsored by Unbound.org. A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. Reach out, change her world. It'll change your own. More at Unbound.org. I'm Susie Cerrone for 880 ESPN New York.
Hey girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah.
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right,
please?
hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
The FanDuel Sportsbook app is your home for all your favorite NFL bets, from yards to touchdowns to who will win. With FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Tonight, FanDuel is giving all customers a 30% PBT. That's right, you can get in on the action with a 30% PBT this Monday night. So make FanDuel your go-to app for any snap. Just visit FanDuel.com/K to bet on the game. Tonight, FanDuel is giving all customers a 30% PBT. That's right, you can get in on the action with a 30% PBT this Monday night. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For the gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine.
New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a football mostly Monday. I want to let you know about Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and that's game time, because it's when it's game time, it's Tully time. Knicks travel to Miami to play the Heat 7:30 tonight, then 8:15 Cowboys in Vegas to play the Raiders on Monday Night Football on ESPN and, of course, ABC as well. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So I mentioned the Knicks in Miami. They will be without OG Anunoby. He strained his hamstring on Friday night, and he's going to miss, it sounds like, 2 to 3 weeks. So this is not going to be, a day-to-day kind of situation like Brunson seems to be.
No, it absolutely isn't going to be a day-to-day thing. And this is, I would imagine that when you're a team that's trying to win an NBA championship, that the last thing you'd want to do is have OG deal with this for the rest of the season.
No. That's, like you mentioned, the last thing you want to do. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how you could be all that surprised. I mean, OG is a phenomenal player and is a terrific defender and plays his best in the big games and performed well in the postseason and scores and shoots and takes it to the rim and everything you could want. He gets hurt a lot. So it feels like this is only a matter of time before this were to happen. Hopefully it's now and doesn't, rear its ugly head back in when we get to March, April, May, and hopefully June.
Well, to his credit, he played 74 games last season.
Yep.
Right? But, in his career, he has missed time. I think that the focus for him and the training staff has to be, like, we're a good enough team. We have enough depth. You saw a little taste of it, I guess, in the last game where, Landry Shamet goes wild, right? Cat has the big first half, and then, Shamet ends up with 36 points. So, you do have the luxury of knowing that you're going to be a playoff team. You do have more depth this season that we got to make sure we take our time with this and, take care of it so we're not talking about this as the season progresses. It's done. We fixed it.
Because not having him now, first of all, the way some of the guys, and Clarkson and Shamet, they're playing very well.
Yep.
And Miami doesn't play much defense to begin with. So they played really well on Friday. You didn't have OG for the bulk of that game. And if you have to get by an injury for him, let it be now rather than hopefully later in the season.
You don't want this to linger.
No.
It's the last thing you want to deal with. He's too important for this team. We all know how important he's going to be down the stretch of the season and into the postseason. Right? We know what he's capable of doing defensively, what he has the ability to do offensively, corner threes, and all those different things that the last thing you want to have happen is, he comes back, tweaks it again, or this is something that lingers for the rest of the season.
No, you can't have that. Because, the expectations for this team are more than they've been in, 3 decades. So you need health. And he's a massively important piece. You could argue the two most important pieces to this team are going to be on the shelf for a little bit of time now.
Well, definitely Jalen. Absolutely. But I think we're talking about winning a championship. I think we recognize that Mitch is going to be important to this.
Very.
With what he brings.
Towns.
Because, Towns, but I'm just saying, to get to the point I was going to make was that, Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are not good defensively. We all recognize that. So in order for this to work, the defense around those players has to be at a certain level, and OG is a humongous piece of that.
Massive. Yeah, because he's just terrific at everything he does, really.
Right. And he's also the one that, we get into through the course of a game and someone is feeling good about themselves. It's, hey, let's put OG on him to turn him off a little bit.
Right. Because he's that level of defender.
Yeah.
Edgar Bloomingdale. Edgar wants to get involved in the next conversation. Good morning, Edgar.
You guys covered it all. I mean, does the seeding really matter? How low would you want to be in the playoffs if you don't get the top three? You're the 4th seed. You're fine with it.
I'd prefer to have the higher.
I don't love it.
But you sacrifice. You need OG and Jalen and everyone to be ready for the playoffs, right?
If you told me I'm the 4th seed, but I'm fully healthy, I would take it. But in a perfect world,
yes,
I don't want to be the 4th. I don't want to be the 4th seed.
All right. Could I give you guys a quick cuddle, marry, trash before I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, apple pie. Thanksgiving dessert.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna. You might get upset. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna marry apple. It's old traditional.
I love apple pie.
I'm gonna cuddle. So I think this is where you're gonna have an issue. I'm gonna cuddle pumpkin. I'm one of the few that I enjoy pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin pie also.
And I'm going to trash sweet potato pie.
God, I love sweet potato.
Something has to go.
I really like sweet potato pie as well.
Oh, I do as well, but something has to go.
The issue is that we don't normally make a sweet potato pie.
No?
No, we usually go pumpkin. I've been I forget who made the last sweet potato pie I had that was really good, but Cassie's pumpkin pie is phenomenal. I'll marry apple, cuddle pumpkin, I'll trash. It's not even fair to trash it, but
I agree. What's your guest list look like for Thanksgiving? Big?
No, it's not big. No, Cassie's mom's not going to be here because she's with Cassie's sister who's about to have a baby.
Oh, wait, but is Doc going to be with you?
Doc is up here, yeah.
Well, so they're splitting up for Thanksgiving.
Yes, I got Doc and the dog, and then Cassie's sister's got Deb.
I've heard good things about the dog.
No, dog is on its last. The vet is actually surprised the dog is still living.
Really?
Yeah, the dog is blind. It's deaf. We got back. It's. I think the dog is surviving strictly on love. Because it's more like a stuffed animal.
It's like a love story.
It's more of a stuffed animal than it is an actual dog because we just think you have to carry it everywhere.
Does it have a lot of accidents?
No, it's been good. They take it out. It goes. He goes to the bathroom, and then when he needs to eat, he barks, and you put him by the food, and he smells it, and he eats it, and he'll drink. But Ella walks around with it like it's a stuffed animal, and he loves it. He just get carried around.
Oh,
so it's good.
Good. All right, so let's
woof,
take
woof.
a break. What did you just say?
That was me barking, I think. Woof woof.
You got anything else?
How
many dog sounds do we have from you?
Oh, what was that? That's the road dog. That's the road dog.
That's the cat.
That's the cat.
You got anything?
Why do we have so many sounds of animals in this?
We've got a zoo here is what we've got.
We really do.
Call?
A question mark call.
Yeah.
Call? All right, you done here, Ray?
That wasn't me.
You can't get us.
Call?
That's not an animal. That was a German.
It's taunting a tiger, though.
That was a
German. You can't get us.
Those tigers showed them. Those tigers definitely got them.
Yeah. You done, Ray?
I'm done.
All right. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Let's take a break. Come back. We'll get to whatever you want to discuss. You want to get into the Knicks and the injuries, the Giants and another loss, what you do with Shane, the Jets quarterback situation. It's wide open for you. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself,
you're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Another recap of a Giants loss. But like you said earlier, and I think you're 100% accurate. By the way, phone line's open if you want to get involved, 800-919-3776. And that is really, for the most part, the remainder of the season. Giants-Jets is just let's get through it, and wins and losses don't really matter all that much, to be honest with you. And in fact, I think there's a lot of fans of both teams that would prefer them to lose these games.
Well, I think they matter, right? I mean, it depends on... I think it depends on what you're...
Well, I think playing hard and competitive matters.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know that the wins or the losses matter.
Well, for me, the wins and losses will matter because I'm trying to find a quarterback.
So then the losses matter even more than the wins.
Of course. So I also think at the same time, like to your point, as far as, team continues to fight. Like, for my team, I can't imagine knowing that Aaron Glenn is going to be is going to be the head coach next season, that anyone inside that locker room is going to quit. Well, that's just not good for your business, personally. Because Aaron Glenn's not going anywhere, and Aaron Glenn, I think that you agree with me, is the most powerful person right now in that organization.
Oh, without a doubt. Which I question why, but yes, I think that's accurate.
So on the other side of this thing, for you, you're still looking to get the highest draft pick possible because, again, you found your quarterback. You're trying to surround him with talent. Could you use another great wide receiver? Of course. Is there a chance that you have the second overall pick and a team wants to trade up with you to get, Mendoza or whoever it is?
That's the dream.
Right. So, that could potentially happen. But I think for you, for I don't know how many people it is, but for a group of Giants fans, I think that that could potentially be interested in Mike Kafka being the head coach. They want to see, they're paying pretty close attention to see what this thing looks like.
As well you should.
Because I can understand why you would want that. Right? It makes sense to me. Right? If Joe Schoen's coming back, Kafka stays. He's got the relationship with Jackson Dart. Nothing changes on that side of the ball. He can hire his own defensive coordinator. So there is the continuity I think that everyone in a perfect world would want. But I mean, I also
nothing about this is perfect though. Nothing.
No, nothing. I mean, the whole process doesn't seem like it seems flawed from the get go. But like you know what I'm saying though, like the idea that like Jackson Dart has been one of the. I mean, he's not the lone bright spot because Brian Burns is having a great season, but like he is the most important bright spot that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing you would want to do is do anything negatively to jeopardize that.
Right, and it's the one thing that differentiates the Giants from the Jets right now. Is it the
That's
Giants?
the biggest thing, yeah.
I think most people would say, and I would say, that they have the quarterback, or it looks like the makings of the quarterback, and the Jets are still at square one needing that guy. But that's a massive difference. If I told you the Jets went 1-16 next season, but you found your quarterback, you would sign for that right now.
I would sign for that.
You would sign for that. So the Giants, that hopefully that 1-16 is this year for the Giants, right? Hopefully that you're going to win 3 or 4, whatever it's going to be. You get that out of the way, but you have the quarterback. But yeah, I mean, they're in very similar boats, except the Giants hopefully have the quarterback, and the Jets are still on that journey.
Yeah, my bigger problem is I don't necessarily know if I have the coach. And it's going to be the coach and this new GM that are responsible.
Well, I don't have any
coach. Well, I know, but at least you have the quarterback. I think
Yes,
I think it's much harder to find the quarterback than it is the coach.
Yes.
So now it's just a question as to whether or not like the other pieces around the quarterback are good and not being utilized properly because you don't have the right coach.
Let's go to Lewis in Poughkeepsie. Lewis, good morning. You're on ESPN New York, my friend.
How's it going, guys? A big fan of the show.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I just, Joe Schoen should have been shown the door with Daboll. I don't understand what's going on. This is also like the third straight time we've done this, forced a GM on a head coach, and it hasn't worked out. But regardless, I mean, like what you guys have been saying, Deontay Banks is horrific. Jalen Hyatt is worthless. We traded up for both of those picks. We gave up draft capital for both of those picks, let alone Evan Neal, let alone all that stuff, all the other bad draft picks that Shane made. And then on top of that, we fired the head coach midseason. The Giants as an organization practically never does that. What else is there for Joe Schoen to do here? It's been a colossal failure.
Well, now it's to find a new head coach.
Why are we keeping this guy?
Now his next job is to help you find the new head coach. Yeah, I don't think
he ruined it the first time.
Right, but I don't see the problem is when you ask us that question, I think we agree with you. So it's tough for us to answer the question outside of I don't think that the Giants want to make that big of a change right now. And I also think that maybe behind the scenes, the improvements that he's made and what he's told the people in charge of making these decisions leads them to believe that they do have enough talent to be a much better team than 2-9. And it's because of the coaching that those talented players haven't reached their full potential.
Whether he winds up being the GM next year and beyond, I don't know. But there's clearly some level of trust in him.
Yeah.
Right. If you thought he was an abomination, you would never let him run point on even collecting information.
Well, look what just happened in Miami. Everyone thought it was the coach that was going to go. They fired the GM.
Right. They fired the GM and the coach stays, and maybe the coach does stay. Maybe Shane stays. I don't know. But I don't think it's this. Everyone says, oh, he's staying no matter what. You've heard from numerous different entities now. This is not the slam dunk that we were led to believe when they made the firing of Daboll last week.
Yeah, it almost feels like Daboll did himself no favors on both sides of this. Like he wasn't necessarily putting the players in the best spot, and he was also making it harder on the coaches to coach than it needed to be.
Right.
Like he was disruptive in both sides of it.
That makes all of it so concerning and frustrating, and maybe he did it to himself. You had a good defensive coach. You had that. That was like, all right, what do we need? Offensive mind, yes. Defensive mind, check. Like, yeah, that box was checked. And because you couldn't get out of your own way, and he literally hated you, now you're back on the market for a defensive coordinator. You're hiring a guy who looks like he's completely overwhelmed and not very good, and maybe it was your downfall. Because of you and your personality, because that's what it was, that might be your downfall to why you're not here anymore with the Giants.
Right, but I think that on the other side of that, people would tell you, or would say to that, the retort to that would be, well, is Wink in the NFL or no?
But so what?
Well, no, like I mean, so maybe it's not just as simple as it was because of Brian Daboll. It was all Brian Daboll's fault that they couldn't get along.
But they hated each other.
Right, but maybe Wink was also part of this.
Maybe, I don't know.
But listen, it doesn't...
feels like it's more on the head coach and the defensive coordinator, though.
It doesn't matter. At the end of it, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. It happened. It's had an adverse effect on this team, and more importantly, his pivot off Wink to Shane Bowen was not the right one.
Awful. I mean, you tell me, if Wink was the defensive coordinator this season, are the Giants sitting here at 2-9?
Yeah, I think if you were being truthful with yourself and maybe didn't get so focused on, hey, I don't want to be known as the head coach that just rifles through assistant coaches and the coordinators, is Lou Anarumo, who's now being mentioned for the head coaching job.
Terrific.
Would have done a much better job than Shane Bowen.
And you know what's funny about him is that there was this thought he's with Cincinnati. It's like, oh, Cincinnati's defense, that's not a very good defense.
Well, look at it
Have
now.
you seen them now?
Right.
Now that might be the worst defense you've ever seen in your life.
Right. But listen, that ultimately for me becomes like a big piece of this is not just the coaching, like not just the credentials of whoever you're bringing in, but what is his plan? Like, what's coming with you? Like, do you have the personality that can attract like high-level coaches? The coaches want to coach with you. Are you confident enough in your abilities that you could bring on someone that might be smarter than you in a certain area? Like, that was the secret sauce. If you listen to Nick Saban talk, like, that's his secret sauce, is that he had so much confidence in himself that he recognized there are things that I don't do well. Like, there are things that I don't know.
That's what any good boss does.
And then he hires those people, and he's not threatened by those people. That guy, that's his specialty. That's what he does. He knows I'll learn from him. But, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it's supposed to work or should work.
Raymond, Ray.
Hi.
How you doing?
Better now.
Good. You had that moment earlier in the show.
I've had several moments today. If we're being honest, I've had several moments today.
Are you okay, Ray?
Could be sleeping better. Could be sleeping better.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Maybe you should get a massage before bed.
That helps. I could be getting a lot of things. A lot of things.
I'm going to sit out on this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you ready for the 3 stars?
Oh, sure.
All right, let's go.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
I mean, may as well start there. You asked what was going on in Spain. First game in the motherland.
That's even better than I thought it was going to be.
It's quite a day.
Number 2.
Well,
you don't look like an idiot though.
Well, I won't have to try hard. Why? What happened now?
You just want Dave to take it from NFL scheduling.
You shut your mouth and you like it.
No, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to just bend over and just accept anything. Okay,
you'll take it.
No, I don't like it.
No, please don't do that.
Number 1.
What Dave has to accept and what he has to take is how, Dave. How does this happen? First of all,
somehow. All of my TVs got linked up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is where Ben is.
That's Ben in college.
Mm-hmm. So I start screaming. And Sherry comes running. She's, what's the matter? What's wrong? I said, major problems.
Major problems.
So I called him in a panic. I said, what are you doing? He's like, what?
I mean, Ben's not safe. The roommate's not safe.
Your roommate, what's he doing? Get him on the phone. Let me talk to him. He's like, no, Dad, I'm going to let you talk to him. I was like, you're crazy.
And at the end of the day, and we're learning a lot about, the people who work here, the appliances they want to replace and how well life is.
I'm sure a lot of people that are listening right now that have one single TV as opposed to your 7 TVs feel awful for you.
Yeah, well, that was pretty much the gist of what I was feeling today.
He's a TV elitist.
Elitist. A lot of appliance elitists
so
here.
Little ways. Yes. I'm a TV and a football elitist, and I wear it like a badge of honor is what I'll do. You done, Ray? I didn't mean to jump
That's
in.
Everything.
All right. It's Rule 76.
No excuses playing a champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg.
I have one thing to say and one thing only. Let's go, Raiders.
Hey, you're an idiot. Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
So I called him in a panic. I said, what are you doing? He's like, what?
The FanDuel Sportsbook app is your home for all your favorite NFL bets. From yards to touchdowns to who will win, with FanDuel, any play can be the play of the game. Tonight, FanDuel's giving all customers a